Welcome here to Russellville, Kentucky, where tonight the Glasgow Scotties are in town to take on the Russellville Panthers. Joe Myers, Larry Alexander, and Bruce Tribune along with you for the broadcast this evening. It is a hot one. As you know, this game time has been moved back an hour because of the high heat index here tonight. It looks like we are going to be able to get this game started at 8 o'clock. Both teams are out on the field warming up, so we're certainly thankful for that. But we are going to come back here in just a moment on the Don Franklin Auto Countdown to Kickoff show and talk with Coach Garman about tonight's matchup. But first, let's tell you that the Scotties won their opening game last week by a score of 35-0 over the LaRue County Hawks, and Glasgow getting to 1-0 on the season to start that ball game, start that season. Russellville 0-1 on the year after they lost their opener to Butler County 29-7. Glasgow and Russellville last met last year, August 26th of last season. Scotties won that matchup by a score of 48-6 at Hank Roy Stadium. Glasgow has won 5 straight in the series with Russellville. As we said, we'll come back in a moment on the Don Franklin Auto Countdown to Kickoff show and sit down with head coach Jeff Garman to get his thoughts on tonight's matchup with the Russellville Panthers. We're back after a 3-minute timeout on WCLU Sports.
IGA, a family market since 1960. Visit the butcher shop where you'll find fresh cuts of fine meats from an in-store butcher and delicious hamburger ground fresh, plus a fresh selection of garden vegetables and fruits. They proudly carry legacy dairy milk produced right in their hometown of Highsville. Find your favorite national brands. Download the Phillips IGA app to start saving. View their weekly sales ad or simply shop online. Phillips IGA and Butcher Shop. Friendly faces and fair prices. Located on Highway 70 in Highsville.
Kentucky Farm Bureau agents wear a lot of hats. They're coaches, volunteers, church members, neighbors, someone who's there when you need them, especially when you need them most. That may be a lot of hats, but they're all the perfect fit. Kentucky Farm Bureau, big on commitment.
Hey, son, what you doing?
Daddy, I'm gonna own a dealership one day.
All right, I'll dream with you.
From one small dream to over 25 dealerships in the state of Kentucky, we have set out to provide Kentuckians with reliable vehicles and the best customer service for over 50 years. This may have started with a simple dream, but our dedication to our customers will go on for generations.
Are you looking for a new career where you'll be a part of a family-owned business for over 50 years? Walbert Trucking is a trucking company based right here in Glasgow. With Walbert Trucking, you'll get full benefits, great pay, and 401k. And you'll be home daily. Unlimited possibilities await you. Apply today and become a member of the Walbert Trucking team. 106 Sean Lane in Glasgow, 651-6784.
We're not superheroes, but when people need us, we answer the call. We're not weathermen, but we know the Kentucky seasons like the back of our hands. For over 40 years, we've serviced any brand, anytime, with a same-day service guarantee. Now that's a big promise, and that's probably why no one else does it. So when dealing with your heating and cooling, call HVAC Services, and you'll have the right team by your side.
When you come into Garcia's Grill, you're welcomed with a smile and you'll love the atmosphere. Garcia's was voted by the community as the best overall restaurant for the past 2 years. Great food at a great value. They serve fresh, delicious traditional Mexican dishes, incredible pasta, burgers, steaks, and seafood. People say you can never get burnt out on this restaurant because of all the amazing choices. Garcia's Grill, owned and operated by the Gomez Garcia family. Check them out on North Ray Street in Glasgow and on Facebook. Garcia's Grill, a different kind of Mexican.
Welcome back to Russellville here on the Don Franklin Auto Countdown to Kickoff show. Joe Myers now joined by Glasgow head coach Jeff Garman to talk about the matchup tonight with these Russellville Panthers. And Jeff, I guess, the topic of the week obviously has been the heat that we've seen around the area this week. Has it affected your practice schedule or anything that you've been able to do in practice this week?
Mainly we just moved practice back to a later start time after the sun's kind of went down, and and we've still been able to do everything that we needed to do this week. We just started a little bit later each day.
It's going to be another hot night tonight. We've moved the game time back from 7 to 8 o'clock because of that. Have you talked to the players? I'm assuming you have. What have you talked to them about as far as trying to hydrate this week before tonight's ball game?
I mean, it's always a topic of, take care of your body, hydrate, drink plenty of water, eat the right foods. Same thing that we say every week. I mean, they realize that it's hot, and for that, to me, it works to our advantage to somewhat of we do play a lot of players, and I mean, I just know just on defense alone, and I'm not talking about when the younger guys were playing at the end of the game last week. We played 21, 22 guys on defense alone by itself. So we play a lot of guys, and with that, it helps. And when you come across situations like this.
Your senior running back, Gavin Neal, is back this week after missing last week with a minor injury. How does his presence out there on the field help this ball club, Jeff?
Well, I mean, I hope it's a big impact. Gavin's worked really hard, and he's earned his spot where he's at, and he's had a great off season, and he's gotten bigger, he's gotten faster, he's gotten stronger, and I'd like to see it on the field Friday night.
Had a very good performance last week on both sides of the ball against LaRue County. What did you learn about your team as you watched them in their first full regular season game?
Again, we played a lot of people, and a lot of people made contributions, and we've got some depth in a lot of spots. Some spots were a little thin, but overall we've got pretty good depth, and I just thought all of our kids played well. I thought they played hard. I thought they played with some toughness, and they were physical, and I like it was a pretty good place to start.
The defense did actually end up getting a shutout at the end of the game last week. We thought that LaRue County had been granted a touchdown, which it was signaled initially, but it was later waved off. So you do get a shutout in that first ball game by your defense. The offense, Jeff, put up 35 points, averaged 9.8 yards per play, had 14 plays of 10 yards or more. It says you've got a lot of kids on this offense who can make some big plays, doesn't it?
We can be explosive, and we've got a good line. They're older. They're physical. There's no reason we shouldn't be able to run the ball, and then we're kind of spreading the field out a little bit more, which gives our athletes a little bit more space to work, and I think it showed.
Your quarterback, Easton Jesse, accounted for 295 total yards, Jeff, between rushing and passing. Pretty incredible performance for Easton last week.
And that's what we expect him to do. I mean, and that's why we've kind of went to the offense that we've gone to. It's kind of a hybrid between the spread and the wing tee, but it's putting the ball in his hands a lot with him with run pass options, and as long as he makes good decisions, he did well. I thought the other night he played really, really, really well. I thought it was one of the better games that he has played here at Glasgow.
As you look at tonight's opponent, the Russellville Panthers, they fell 29-7 to Butler County last week in their opener. As you've watched this team on film, Jeff, what are your impressions of the Panthers?
They're athletic. They've got really good athletes. If they get the ball in space, they can do things with it. They're fast. Don't have a lot of depth, I will say that, and that's typically always been Russellville's position. But good football team. Glasgow will have to play well Friday night to get a win.
Their quarterback, Octavius McCage, last week completed 10 of 19 passes, 105 yards, threw 2 interceptions. He only had 4 rushing attempts for 9 yards. You look back on last year's stats, Jeff, McCage had 67 yards rushing against the Scotties last year. Would you expect to maybe see him use his legs a little bit more tonight?
Well, I mean, last year they got down, and then he used his legs more in passing situations when the rush broke down. Hopefully we can get pressure on him, but we got to contain him in the pocket and not let him, take off running with the football. That was an issue last week on a couple of third down plays that LaRue County converted, was getting good pressure, but then again not keeping them hemmed in, the quarterback hemmed in back there in the pocket. And it's something for us to work on and continue to get better at, but it can be an issue when quarterbacks have the ability to do that.
Number one for Russellville, their wide receiver Noah Stovall looks to be one of their best offensive weapons, Jeff. 5 catches, 64 yards last week. He's 6'4", 175 pounds. Any concerns about the length that the problems his length may pose to you guys as a defense?
It's always a problem. It's something we got to look at, but, if we had to, we could match Jarek. I feel like Jarek would match up with him all right. Jarek's not small. He's 6'3", 6'4" himself. I don't know if he weighs as much as this gentleman does, but, we can get that matchup, how we need it. We just got to play hard physical football and, block, tackle, do the fundamental things that it takes to play well. If you do that each week, you're putting yourself in positions to win.
One of the other names the listeners will hear a lot tonight from Russellville is a kid by the name of Donovan Armstrong. He's your starting running back, had 73 rushing yards and a touchdown last week against Butler County. He's kind of a stocky built kid as far as the roster is concerned anyway. He's listing him at 5'9", 210 pounds. Looks like he runs with some power. He
does run with some power, and he is physical, and again, if we don't run to the football and tackle in space, we will struggle with them.
Their defense allowed 210 rushing yards last week against Butler. You feel like they may be a little bit vulnerable to your all's ground attack?
It's possible. Butler ran the wing tee just like we did, so it's a possibility. A lot of it is first game stuff. It's kind of hard to measure sometimes. I know in the game Russellville got down just a little bit in it and had to try to do some things maybe they weren't accustomed to wanting to do on a down-to-down basis. But, Russellville's got a good football team, and we'll have to play well.
As far as their defensive scheme, Jeff, what's it look like?
A regular 4-4. That's what they played last week, and that's what they've played in the past. That's what I anticipate Friday night.
Everybody good to go health-wise tonight for you guys, Jeff?
Well, I think so. I think we should be good to go.
All right, good luck, Jeff.
Thank you.
Scotty head coach Jeff Garman. When we come back on the Don Franklin Auto Countdown to Kickoff show, we will give you the starting lineups for both Glasgow and Russellville, and we'll be joined by Larry Alexander and Bruce Tribune as well to talk more about the matchup between the Scotties and the Russellville Panthers. Back here to Russellville after this 3-minute timeout on WCLU Sports.
Central Bank has been investing in the Glasgow community for over 50 years. During that time, we've learned a thing or two about hard work, relationships, and a vision for success. South Central Bank is designed to make a difference in the prosperity of our customers and the communities it serves. We want to be a part of your success. Visit southcentralbank.com. South Central Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
With a history of scoring touchdowns and breaking records, Dakota Elmore knows a thing or two about hard work. At Elmore Realty and Auction, his team, often referred to as the A-Team, applies that same work ethic in how they serve this community. With a combined 200 years of experience, the team serves our commercial industry, helps families find their dream home, and makes your auction an easy, profitable, and positive experience. Elmore Realty and Auction, trusted since 1935. Check them out on Facebook for listings and auctions.
Hardee's 2 for $5 breakfasts bake goodness into your morning. Choose a biscuit with sausage and egg, biscuit and gravy, or French toast tips. Panic Zoo, just $5. Hardee's, goodness in the making. Get exclusive offers on the Hardee's app. Hardee's Double Deals pack double the charbroiled beef and melty cheese. Choose a double cheeseburger or bacon double cheeseburger starting at $2.99. Hardee's, goodness in the making. Get exclusive offers on the Hardee's app.
A nationwide effort is underway to bring high-speed internet to small-town America. Rural broadband providers are taking the initiative. Their goal? To enhance quality of life by creating smart rural communities, which utilize a robust fiber network to jumpstart economic growth, to build thriving smart rural communities with the transformative power of rural broadband networks.
Have you injured yourself playing a sport or exercising? Sports medicine experts at TJ Regional Health are trained to get you back on the road to recovery. Whether you're dealing with sprains, fractures, knee and shoulder injuries, or other common injuries, our goal is to prevent illness and injury in active individuals of all ages and help prevent future problems to maximize your performance. Find out more at tjregionalhealth.org/rehab. Patients first, team always. TJ Rehabilitation Services.
Monticello Bank first opened its doors in 1895 as a single office in Monticello, Kentucky. Today, there are 21 MBC locations across the Commonwealth. From home loans to commercial lending, Monticello Bank offers a wide variety of convenient financial services and competitive rates from local people you know and trust. Visit them at 1434 Happy Valley Road in Glasgow and let them help make the financial side of your life a little easier. Monticello Bank, where people matter. Member FDIC, Equal Housing.
Welcome back to Russellville here on the Don Franklin Auto Countdown to Kickoff show. Let's give you the starting lineups for Glasgow and Russellville. Lineups tonight brought to you by TJ Regional Health. First for the Russellville Panthers on offense at left tackle, it'll be Landon Bibb. He's a 5'11", 280 sophomore. At left guard, DJ Elliott, 6'3", 350, and a senior. At center, Miller Bloodworth, a 5'9", 210 junior. Right guard is Sam Edge, a 6', 225 junior. At right tackle, Kevon Edmonds, 5'10", 285, and a senior. Wideouts are Noah Stovall, a 6'4", 175 junior. Jamarian Gardner, a 5'10", 160 freshman. Amaris Morrow, a 6', 160 freshman. And Jacobian Temple Dickerson, a 5'10", 160 freshman. At running back for the Panthers is Donovan Armstrong, a 5'9", 210 senior. And Octavius McCage is the starting quarterback, a 6'2", 180 junior. Defensively, here's how Russellville will line up. The tackles will be DJ Elliott and Chrison Woods. Woods, a 6'1", 250 sophomore. The defensive ends are Sam Edge and David Owens. Owens, a 6'3", 235 junior. Linebackers are Takayan Darden, a 5'10", 160 freshman. Tayshawn Cross, a 5'10", 170 sophomore. And Patrick Sumrall, a 5'10", 195 senior. Cornerbacks are Noah Stovall and Amaris Morrow. Strong safety, Octavius McCage. And the free safety, LeBron Norse, a 5'10", 175 sophomore. Head coach for Russellville is Mikey Benton in his 6th season with the Panthers with an overall record of 27-31. The Glasgow lineup's brought to you by TJ Regional Health. Looks like this. On the offense for the Scotties, at left tackle is Ryan Randall, a 6', 278 senior. Left guard, Brad Gentry, a 5'9", 232 senior. The center, Luke Simmons, a 6'5", 286 senior. Right guard, Frankie Cianci, a 6'2", 247 senior. And the right tackle, Cam Johnson, a 6'3", 273 senior. Tight end, Davey Williams, 5'10", 170 senior. Wideouts are Rico Crowder, a 6'3", 185 senior. Cameron Bull, a 6', 167 sophomore. And Dalen Thomas, a 6'2", 200-pound sophomore. Running back, Gavin Neal, making his first start of the season. Gavin missed last week's game with a minor injury, but he is back tonight. He's a 5'9", 180 senior. And the quarterback, Easton Jesse, a 6'1", 190 junior. Defensively for the Scotties, the tackles will be Frankie Cianci and Cam Johnson. Defensive ends are David Dell, a 6'3", 240 senior, and Cash Wells, a 6'3", 201 senior. Linebackers, Mason Arms, a 5'9", 195 senior. Jacob Brunson, a 5'8", 171 senior. And Max Lee, a 6'1", 201 junior. Cornerbacks, Jarek Martin, a 6'4", 170 sophomore, and Ryan Morgan, a 5'9", 132 senior. Strong safety, Kellen Stone, a 5'9", 152 junior. And the free safety, Dalen Thomas. Head coach for the Scotties is Jeff Garman. He's in his 9th season with Glasgow with an overall record of 71-27. Assistant coaches for the Scotties, John Myers, Stephen Buford, Blaze Talicki, Tyler Hughes, Cameron Garman, Randall Parmley, Kevin Estes, Jeff Ritchie, Jesse Austin, and Peyton Gibbons. And those are your starting lineups for both ball clubs. Again, brought to you by TJ Regional Health. As we continue here on the Don Franklin Auto Countdown to Kickoff show, we now bring Bruce and Larry in here to talk a little bit about this matchup between the Scotties and the Panthers. And Larry, Glasgow had a terrific overall performance last week against LaRue County in the opener. I thought on both sides of the ball, really.
I thought they played well on both sides of the ball. We score 35 points. We don't give up any, so that you can't ask for a whole lot better than that to start the season. This Russellville team probably not as good a team as they've had in the past, but Glasgow still has to come out. You have to play football and play well to get a win.
And Bruce, for those who aren't aware, who were listening to us last week, we announced the final score is 35-6, and we apologize for that. But there was a touchdown signaled at the end of the game. We all three thought it was a touchdown, and they they did eventually wave the touchdown off. I never saw them. I don't think any of us saw them give a signal where they were waving the touchdown off. So it was actually a shutout for the Glasgow defense, 35-0 victory over the Hawks. And Coach Garman was glad to get that shutout.
Yeah, I'm sure he was. And we talked a little bit about it after because they didn't try it. They had to go for the try after. Even though time had run out, to try is a dead ball. So they should have tried that. And so but we didn't catch it. And then when I got home, of course, you text me. I saw it on the KHSAA and then on WBKO. Both, had them shut out. But, overall, I thought the effort was good. Of course, we went to both scrimmages. And so far, I think you and I have been most impressed with the defense.
It has played very well, Larry. They just allowed 256 yards last week against LaRue. Got some great pressure on the quarterback, and then you turn around and look at the offense. The offense averaged 9.8 yards per play and scored 35 points. That new spread offense are mixing in with a wing tee. Those two offenses meshed pretty well last week.
Yeah, I think Easton Jesse is better in the spread. I think he throws the ball a lot better. He gets out. He can use his legs a little bit more also in that offense. But what stood out to me is the defensive line we put on a good quarterback. Now he was a decent quarterback, and we put pressure on him all night long. Got to him a 3 times, but we hurried him a lot of times and made him run all over the field.
Larry was just talking about Easton, Bruce. That's where I was going next. Coach Garman, I don't know if you heard in that pregame interview, but he said he thought Easton probably played one of his best games as a Scottie. He had 295 total yards between running and passing the football. And as Larry said, the offense certainly did look like it suited him pretty well.
Yeah, he ran it well. He saw the seams and got in there, and when he did, he's got enough speed. This ball club we probably got as many skilled athletes on this as that can do. I mean, we've got 4 or 5 kids that may break the distance anytime they touch it, and we've always had a decent tailback, a good tailback, and good players. But I think as far as the number of skilled players, this ball club has several, and I don't think injuries would probably hurt us as much this year as it did last year.
Let's go ahead and get into our third break here in the pregame show. When we come back, we'll be just about ready for kickoff here from Russellville High School. It's Glasgow against Russellville. They will also have Larry give you the keys to the game and the series record between Glasgow and Russellville as well. We are back after another 3-minute timeout here on WCLU Sports.
This has been the Don Franklin Auto Scotties Football Pregame Show. The opening kickoff is just minutes away on WCLU.
We know there's a big difference between being in a community and being part of the community. That's why here in Glasgow, we cheer on the Scotties. We work hard every day to make a positive impact on the community we call home. Behind our golden arches, we strive daily to serve delicious food and treats. If you could only smell this McDonald's ad, you'd smell how delicious this burger and fries really are. Join our McTeam. To learn how, text KY209 to 38000. Benefits include a sign-on bonus up to $500.
Phillips IGA, a family market since 1960. Visit the butcher shop where you'll find fresh cuts of fine meats from an in-store butcher and delicious hamburger ground fresh, plus a fresh selection of garden vegetables and fruits. They proudly carry legacy dairy milk produced right in their hometown of Highsville. Find your favorite national brands. Download the Phillips IGA app to start saving. View their weekly sales ad or simply shop online. Phillips IGA and Butcher Shop. Friendly faces and fair prices. Located on Highway 70 in Highsville.
Kentucky Farm Bureau agents wear a lot of hats. They're coaches, volunteers, church members, neighbors, someone who's there when you need them, especially when you need them most. That may be a lot of hats, but they're all the perfect fit. Kentucky Farm Bureau, big on commitment.
Hey, son, what you doing?
Daddy, I'm going to own a dealership one day.
All right, I'll dream with you.
From one small dream to over 25 dealerships in the state of Kentucky, we have set out to provide Kentuckians with reliable vehicles and the best customer service for over 50 years. This may have started with a simple dream, but our dedication to our customers will go on for generations.
Glasgow Scotties football on WCLU 103.1 FM and AM 1490. And video streaming free at WCLUradio.com and on the Glasgow Scotties and WCLU YouTube channels. Glasgow Scotties football brought to you by Don Franklin Auto, Walbert Trucking, South Central Bank, HVAC Services, South Central Rural Telecommunications Cooperative, Garcia's Grill, Elmore Realty and Auction, Hardee's, TJ Regional Health, McDonald's, sponsors, Monticello Bank, Phillips IGA, and Kentucky Farm Bureau agent Joe Myers.
Playtime's over, boy. Somebody got to be the victim tonight. Go! Go!
It's time to play.
Game day.
Let's get the game on.
Some yards or something like that, 70-some yards, and that, and a couple, 3 of them were personal fouls, so we need to get away from that.
And what about the series record between Glasgow and Russellville? Larry?
Well, this is one of our oldest opponents. 53rd meeting between these two teams. It's pretty even, 28-24 in favor of the Scotties. The first game came way back in 1941, which Russellville won by 1 point, 20-19. And, of course, the last one was in 222, and the Scotties beat Russellville 48-6 at Glasgow.
Well, we have a few more minutes here before kickoff, about 4.5 minutes away, and we'll get the coin toss for you here. Hopefully our referee, Hilton Isabel, will turn his microphone on for us. But your officials tonight, referee is Hilton Isabel, umpire Bernie Fugate, the linesman Tommy Burris, the line judge Brandon Fugate, and the back judge is Mike Bone. And the captains are beginning to make their way out onto the field right now. And I have to tell you, I've been doing this for a long time, 26 years. This makes it for me. I've been doing the play-by-play. You and Bruce have been
35.
doing these for 30-plus. You're 35. Bruce is what, Bruce? Were you 31 or so?
32.
I don't believe I've ever been in a hotter press box in my entire life. It has got to be 100 degrees
I
in here
don't
at
get
least.
this hot playing golf on a 100-degree day.
So,
I swear I don't.
Folks, please forgive us. We're trying to focus and forget about how hot we are, but there are no windows in this press box. So we're on camera. For those of you watching on the live stream, you can probably see sweat beating down our faces here. But yeah, there's no windows in here, and of course the sun was beaming in here on a day where it got to 100 degrees, and so it feels much better outside right now than it does in this press box. I think we'd rather be sitting outside calling this ball game, wouldn't we?
No doubt about it. There are windows, they just don't open.
They don't know. Well, there's no windows in front. There's only a window on each end, but they don't open, and in the front of it is just a big pane of plexiglass. You can't open anything in front of you, so this is a rough press box to be in on a day like this. But you see the captains, if you're watching on the live stream, you see the captains making their way out right now to midfield to toss the coin here and see who will get possession of the ball game. Let's see if Mr. Isabel has got his mic on for us, or see if he will turn it on for us. We can tell you that tonight's coin toss is brought to you by Walbert Trucking. And if he does not turn the mic on, we'll just sit here and watch, and we'll tell you what's going on. But the Scotties, as we said, have had to adjust a little bit in practice this week. Coach Garman, you may have heard in the pregame interview, said that they've had to move their practice times to the evening this week. He didn't really say they've had to adjust anything they did in practice because obviously once the heat index gets below 99 degrees or gets below 100 degrees, you can practice in full pads and helmets. You just got to take a certain number of breaks. But you can go ahead and practice. Now, you cannot go out in helmets and pads if the heat index is above 100. And the coin toss just took place there, and it looks like, if we watch Mr. Isabel down there on the field, that Glasgow won the coin toss, and they elected to receive. So, again, that coin toss is brought.
Glasgow won the toss and chose to take the ball.
There you go. There was Mr. Isabel.
He turned on just a little late.
Yeah, turned on just a little late, but that's okay. We appreciate that. So, Scotties will get the football to begin this ball game. And
I thought for a minute he was going to lose the coin in that grass because it's about ankle deep.
Yeah, they have not cut the grass this week, I don't believe. I noticed that too, Larry. It was a little bit thick out there. But we are ready to get this ball game kicked off in just a moment here. We will tell you that a score from Barron County High School, of course, they were supposed to play 2 games as part of the Don Franklin Trojan Trail Turf War Classic there tonight, but because of the heat, they just said, hey, we're going to move 1 game to tomorrow night. They're going to play 1 tonight. So Greenwood and Warren East are playing tonight over at Barron County High School. Barron County will play Trigg County tomorrow night at 7:30. And at the end of the first quarter, in the Greenwood-Warren East game, it's Greenwood on top of Warren East 7-0. So we'll try to keep you up to date on the score there. We'll tell you that Glasgow is in their white jerseys tonight with Columbia blue numerals and Columbia blue pants with a royal blue helmet with a white Scottie paw on the side. And Russellville in all black uniforms tonight with white numerals. And a black helmet for the Panthers with RHS, I believe it is, on the side of the helmets. Again, we appreciate those of you watching us on YouTube, on WCLU's YouTube channel or on the Scottie channel. We hope you enjoyed our broadcast last week if you're able to watch. We hope you enjoy our broadcast here tonight. And for those of you listening on the radio, obviously we appreciate that very much as well here on WCLU 102.3 and 1490. Also on our website, WCLUradio.com or the WCLU app. So we are set to get this ball game underway. Ball teed up by Jacoby and Temple Dickerson. And back deep for the Scotties is Rico Crowder.
Bull.
And Cameron Bull. And Bull will take the kickoff at the 20-yard line. He's across the 25, the 30, cuts to the outside, 35. Now goes back to the inside, 40, 45. And he'll drag a tackler all the way up right near midfield. So a terrific return and great field position for the Scotties to start this ball game.
Yeah, and the old kicker made the tackle, Jacoby and Temple Dickerson. He's a freshman, 5'10", 160.
So Glasgow will start this drive right at the 50-yard line. As Glasgow quarterback Easton Jesse will lead his team out of the huddle. A 29-yard return there on the kickoff by Cam Bull. Scotties will send two receivers to the right side, one to the left. Dalen Thomas is the wing back on the left side. Jesse in shotgun with Gavin Neal set up to his right in the backfield. Thomas goes in motion to the right. Easton with the snap, looking to the right side. He'll throw. The pass going to be knocked down by a Russellville defender. That was Octavius McCage, who got a hand on it to knock it away. The intended target, I believe, that time was Cam Bull.
Yeah, that was a good breakup. He got there just about the time that the football got in the receiver's hands.
Brings up second down and 10 for the Scotties at the 50.
We got play clocks.
Jesse in shotgun with an I formation to the left, two receivers to the right. One man wide to the left. Here's the give to Gavin Neal. Nice haul off the right side. He's across the 45, inside the 40, and he'll have a first down around the 38-yard line in Russellville territory.
Nice little run right off tackle. Big hole right there. Number 52 on the tackle. That is Sam Edge. He's a junior, 6 foot 225.
First and 10 Glasgow at the Russellville 38. Just 30 seconds into this ball game here. Thomas and Martin will go wide to the right side along with Bull. Rico Crowder wide to the left. Neal in the backfield with Jesse. Jesse rolling out to the right side. He'll throw that way, and it's going to be dropped. Ball just flat out dropped that time by Jarek Martin. He was going to have at least 4 or 5 yards on the play. Scotty White, that's one of the things Glasgow needed to clean up from last week, Larry. Glasgow's receivers dropped 4 passes, and you had 8 penalties as well. That's another thing you'd like to clean up here tonight.
Yeah, exactly. We talked about the penalties. I forgot all about the drop passes, but we did drop a number of passes, and already won tonight.
So second down and 10. Bull and Crowder come wide to the left, Martin wide to the right. Neal is in the backfield with Jesse. Tight end Williams on the right side. Going to give this off to Neal on a sweep around the left end. He's got the 35, the 30, and he'll step out of bounds right at the 29-yard line. He'll be about a yard or so shy of the first down.
Well, number 10 on that tackle, Tyrone Garvin. He is a sophomore, 6'1", 170. Just a little quick pitch left, and Gavin Neal got the corner on him, used his speed, and got a pretty good yardage out of it. Almost a first down.
Third down and 1, certainly 4-down territory, so the Scotties will have 2 downs to pick this up here. Martin going to go wide to the right, Bull and Crowder wide to the left side. Neal is the running back. That's actually Kanan Allen who's checked in there at running back now. He's going to get his number called. He goes to the middle with it. He's got the first down inside the 25, and he's going to fight his way down to close to the 20-yard line. Good hard run that time by the 5'8", 185 sophomore Kanan Allen.
Was he broke a tackle about 3 yards short of where they got him down. That number 2 made the tackle, and that's Octavius McCage.
They do give forward progress to the 20-yard line there for Allen. So 1st and 10 for the Scotties from the Russellville 20. 10:46 to go in the first quarter. Scoreless at this point. Trips to the left side. Single wide out to the right. Neal's back in there at running back with Easton Jesse, who's in shotgun. Jesse to throw. Fakes a quick throw. Now looking downfield. Now going to try to tuck it and run, and he's going to be sacked. Pocket broke down on him back around the 25-yard line, and let's see where they spot the football. They'll put it down at the 24.
Yeah, the sack man was number 6, David Owens. He's a 6'3", 235 junior.
So loss of 4 yards. 2nd down, 14 now. Crowder going to be the single wide out to the right side. Martin and Bull wide to the left. I formation to the right of Jesse, who's in shotgun. Comes Dalen Thomas, the fullback, in motion. They're going to give this off to Neal. Starts to the middle, bounces to the outside, and now makes a man miss the 22. He'll get down to around the 19-yard line. It'll be 3rd down and about 9 coming up here for the Scotties.
That'll be number 52, Sam Edge, on the tackle again. That's his 2nd of this first quarter.
Actually give him, yeah, that is the 29.
Well,
or the 19, I'm sorry, it's a 19-yard line, not the 29, my apologies.
Yeah, 2 downs now to get 9.
So 3rd down and 9. Crowder wide to the right, Bull and Martin wide to the left. Neal, the running back, to the right of Jesse. Thomas will go in motion to the right side. Jesse rolling out to the right. He's got some room to run, and he will run with it. He's got enough room to get the 1st down. He's got it as he is inside the 10-yard line, and let's see where they spot him as he goes out of bounds over there on the far sideline.
Number 71, Patrick Sumrall on that tackle. He's a senior, 5'10", 195.
Put that ball down at the 7. Pick up 12 yards.
There was a pass run option that time. He rolled out right, and he had the option of throwing it, or he had one man short, one man going long, and he did the right thing by running the football there.
Jesse in shotgun with Neal to his right. 1 receiver to the right, 2 to the left. Thomas is the wing back on the right side. Jesse has the snap, going to give this off to Neal on a sweep around the left end. And he's going to get hit in the backfield and dropped, I think, at the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, that was a nice tackle. Number 2 is Octavius McCage, the quarterback. That's his 2nd tackle on the night.
No gain on the play. 2nd and goal from the 7.
Tutu McCage.
That's his nickname.
That's what they call him here.
Yep. Lucas Christian comes into the ballgame at the wideout spot, replacing Rico Crowder. Lucas, a 5'10", 138 senior. He'll go wide to the left side. Bull and Martin wide to the right. Jesse with Neal to his right, Thomas to his left. Jesse rolling out to the right side. Pumps, now throws, pass caught by Thomas at the 5, and he is going to be down close to the 1-yard line. 1 or the 2, let's see where they spot it. Give him the 2-yard line. It'll be 3rd and goal from that point.
Number 1, Noah Stovall on that tackle, 6'4", 175 junior. Russellville got a lot of juniors playing.
Mason Arms going to enter the ball game on offense for the first time tonight. He'll replace Gavin Neal. 7:05 to go in the opening quarter. Neither team on the board yet. Jesse under center this time with Arms in the backfield and a timeout taken by the Scotties. So we'll take a timeout here in this first quarter. No score between the Scotties and the Russellville Panthers. We're back after a 30-second break on WCLU Sports.
Are you looking for a new career where you'll be a part of a family-owned business for over 50 years? Walbert Trucking is a trucking company based right here in Glasgow. With Walbert Trucking, you'll get full benefits, great pay, and 401k. And you'll be home daily. Unlimited possibilities await you. Apply today and become a member of the Walbert Trucking Team. 106 Sean Lane in Glasgow. 651-6784.
Joe Myers, Larry Alexander, Bruce Tribune back with you at Russellville Middle School. It's hard not to say Russellville High School, but we're at the middle schools where they play high school football.
Played here for a lot of years.
Third down and goal from just outside the 2. Jesse under center. He's got Bull and Arms in the backfield. Thomas a wing back on the right. He'll go in motion. Going to give it off to him. Trying to get around the left end. Now cuts it up the field and into the end zone. Touchdown, Scotties.
Just a little inside handoff and went off the left tackle. Had a good hold. He cut it back right off the left tackle's tail right there and got it into the end zone.
That is an SCRTC crucial third down conversion, and that touchdown brought to you by Elmore Realty and Auction for Dalen Thomas, his second rushing touchdown of the season. And now on for the Walbert Trucking PAT is Wesley Travis, who was a perfect 5 of 5 last week against LaRue County. Snap is a little low, but Jarek Martin gets it down. The kick is up, and it's beautiful, right down the middle of the uprights.
Very good.
6:46 to go in this opening quarter, and the Scotties strike first now with a 7-0 lead over the Russellville Panthers. Again, that touchdown brought to you by Elmore Realty and Auction and the PAT by Walbert Trucking. Let's take a look at some of the other games going on around the area. We already told you that over at Barron County High School in the Don Franklin Auto Trojan Trail Turf War, say that about 5 times real fast. Warren East and Greenwood going at it. Greenwood leading Warren East 7-0 at the end of the first quarter. And some other games around the area. Metcalfe County visiting Edmonson County. Hart County welcoming LaRue County. Monroe County at Allen County Scottsville. Warren Central playing at Franklin Simpson. Bowling Green on the road at Owensboro. South Warren entertaining Henderson County. And Butler County hosting Webster County tonight. The Barron County Trojans will play tomorrow night against Trigg County at 7:30. They're at home. Caverna tomorrow will play against Fairview, and Adair County will take on Bardstown Bethlehem. We'll tell you about that scoring drive for the Scotties after this kickoff here by Wesley Travis. As back deep for Russellville is Jamarian Gardner and Amaris Morrow. Travis gets the kick away, high end over end kick, fielded at the 10-yard line, 15, 20, 25. And the returner will be stopped shy of the 30. That was Jamarian Gardner on the return that time.
And Lucas Christian, number 16, made that tackle. He is a senior, 5'10", 138.
Scoring drive for the Scotties, 11 plays, 50 yards. Took 4:04 off the clock. It was capped off by Dalen Thomas's 2-yard touchdown run, his second rushing touchdown of the year. Wesley Travis added the extra point. 7-0 Scotties with now 6:40 to go in this first quarter.
Yeah, nice opening drive. A lot of players contributed to that first drive and put points on the boards, all you can ask for.
So we see the Russellville offense for the first time. This offense struggled last week against Butler County, put up only 7 points and turned the football over 5 times. Octavius McKay's the quarterback in shotgun formation. He has Donovan Armstrong to his left, 2 receivers to the left, and 1 wide out to the right side of the field. And the Scotties jump off sides on the hard count.
Prior to the snap, encroachment on the defense. 5-yard penalty, still, first down.
Yeah, we've got an aggressive front 4. They like to get after you, and just a little bit too quick that time.
Again, that's referee Hilton Isabel you hear on the microphone. We appreciate him wearing that for us tonight. McCade's in shotgun, Armstrong to his right. Going to give this off to Armstrong. He's going to hit in the backfield and dropped.
Boy.
As, who was it, Larry? Cam Johnson held onto the jersey and would not let go.
Yeah, Cam just reached out a big paw out there and got one hand on that jersey and drug him to the ground. He is a senior, 6'3", 273.
So a loss of 2 back to the 31-yard line. Second down, 7 coming up. Russellville taking their time in the huddle here. No play clocks that I see anywhere here at the Russellville field. Am I missing one somewhere?
No.
Okay. McCage in shotgun, a back on either side of him with 2 receivers to the left, 1 man wide to the right. And one of the wideouts in the slot over there on the left side jumped early, so that'll be a 5-yard penalty.
Prior to the snap, false start on the offense. Number 11, 5-yard penalty, remains second down.
5:47 to go in this opening quarter. 7-0 lead for the Scotties. So McCage again in shotgun with a back on either side, 2 receivers left, 1 right. Scotties with 4 down linemen. Here's a give to Armstrong up the middle, and not much, maybe a yard.
Looks like number 32, Cash Wells, is there on the bottom of that tackle. For that tackle, he's a senior, 6'3", 201.
No gain on the play, so the ball right back down at the 26-yard line where it's 3rd down and 12. Two receivers to the right side this time for the Panthers, 1 man wide to the left. McCage barking out instructions to his offense. He's got a back on either side of him. He's in shotgun. There's the snap. McCage fakes the handoff, running the option here to the near side. Fakes the pitch, and he's going to have a first down, I believe. Going to be really close. He's inside the 35 and close to the 40. And I believe it will be enough for a first down by maybe a half yard or so. And there's a man down for the Scotties.
Kellen Stone is the man that made the tackle. I don't think it's him down, is it? Somebody got an ankle.
Looks like somebody is dealing with an ankle.
That could be Kellen. It's 8. Is it if it's 18?
No, it's not 18. 18. Kellen's right here coming off the field. So I was thinking it may have been Davey Williams, 19, but we'll see if we can pick up the number here.
Yeah, I saw him reach down and grab his ankle.
Being tended to by Scotty trainer John Vaughn and a few of the Glasgow coaches out there. It is Davey Williams. And it is
good.
Looks like an ankle injury.
Yeah.
He's not putting any weight on that left leg as he is helped off the field.
Yeah, that's a shame. He's a key defensive player for us.
.446 to go in the opening quarter. Glasgow leads 7-0 over Russellville. First down and 10 for the Panthers. Ball at their own 39-yard line. McCage in shotgun. Again, a back on either side of him. 2 receivers right, 1 to the left. McCage, calls for the snap. Fakes to Armstrong, rolling out to the left side, looking to throw, and tried to dump it off on the sideline over there to Amaris Morrow and just overthrew him. It'll be 2nd down and 10.
Yeah, Cash Wells put some pressure on him, and he was going. It looked like he might run the football, and then Cash Wells came in and put some pressure on him, and he tried to just dump it off, and I think he overthrew him on purpose.
Panthers come to the line of scrimmage with 2 receivers right, 1 left. McCage again in shotgun, a back on each side. McCage going to hand this off to Armstrong. He'll go up the gut with it and get a couple. He crosses the 40 up to the 41.
Looks like number 33 on that tackle. That's Jacob Brunson with his first tackle of the night. Senior, 5'8", 171.
3rd down and 8 now for the Panthers. Scotties just gave up a 3rd and 11 a moment ago on the last series of downs, so you'd like to see him get off the field here, Larry.
Yeah, you got to watch the quarterback. He looks like he may be the most dangerous player on the field on offense for him.
Twin receivers each way. McCage in shotgun, Armstrong to his left. McCage takes the snap, looking to the near side. His pass is behind the intended target, Noah Stovall. That'll bring up 4th down and 8.
Yeah, a little post pattern off the right side there, and he just threw it way down low and behind him.
And that'll bring the punting unit in for Russellville. Jarek Martin back deep for the Scotties. In punt formation for Russellville, Jacoby and Temple Dickerson. Snap a little bit high. Flag goes down at the snap.
False start.
No, too many players.
Prior to the snap, substitution infraction on the offense, 5-yard penalty. We're going to replay 4th down.
They got 13 players on the field, and they still got 13 on there.
So that'll make it 4th and 13 as it backs the football up to the 36. And the snap very high this time. Dickerson brings it down. He'll get the kick away, and it's a nice one. Going to drive Martin back, and it's going to get over his head. And Jarrett going to try to field it, and boy, that was dangerous. He almost dropped that football. If you get to that point, you just got to let that thing go. I know he was trying to save a few extra yards, but that was a very dangerous play by Jarrett. He's very fortunate that he did not turn that ball over right there.
Yeah, he was trying to pick that one up on the hop, and catch him off guard and then get around that right side. But fumbled it just a little bit and had to go down on his knees.
It'll go down as a punt of 53 yards for Temple Dickerson. So pins the Scotties back
11
at the 11-yard line. 1st down and 10. Easton Jesse will start this series of downs in shotgun. Twin receivers each way. Neal is the running back. Jesse to throw. Easton looking. Now flushed out of the pocket. He'll run. He's got the 15. Got the 20. Makes a man miss there. The 25. The 30. And he's going to be dragged out of bounds as he gets up near the 35, maybe the 36-yard line. But that was a terrific run that time by Easton Jesse. Made a couple of guys miss, and he got big yardage for a Glasgow 1st down.
Number 10, Tyrone Garvin, with the tackle, 6'1", 170-pound sophomore. But he made some nice cuts. I thought he was going to get away, and then Garvin came in and got him by the shoulder pads.
That is a South Central Bank 1st down. Gain of 24 yards that time by Easton Jesse. Two receivers each way. Jesse again in shotgun. Neal the running back. Going to hand it off to Gavin Neal this time. Nice hole up the middle. It bounces off a tackler at the 38. Trying to make a man miss at the 40. He does, but cannot get away from a couple of other tacklers as they'll get him down around the 41. But still a nice gain on 1st down.
Yeah, that's number 4. Tachyon Darden. Is that his name? Tachyon?
Yes, sir.
Tachyon Darden. He's a freshman, 5'10", and 180 pounds.
You can call him TK Darden if you want to, Larry.
That's good. I'll do that.
2nd down and 4 for the Scotties. They're at their own 41-yard line. 3 receivers wide to the right, 1 man wide to the left. Neal the running back. Jesse wants to throw. The wide receiver screen caught by Cam Bull. He's going down behind the line of scrimmage. Oh, no, he's not. He stays on his feet. He's across the 45, the 50, 45, 40, down the right sideline, and he is going to be down inside the 30, down around the 28. But, boy, talk about great effort by Cam Bull. I was ready to call him down there. He bounced off a couple of tacklers and put a hand in the ground to stay up and made a great gain.
He did. It was just a short pass, and the 2 guys hit him, and I thought he was on the ground, but he spun right out of it. Marius Morrow made that tackle. He's another freshman, 6', 160. That was a great run.
Pickup of 31 yards on that play. Easton Jesse now 2 of 4 through the air for 36 yards so far. 1st and 10 Scotties at the Russellville 26. That was a South Central Bank 1st down, by the way. Jesse in shotgun. Neal to his right. 2 receivers each way. Jesse to throw. Easton looking, has a man wide open at the 5. Caught and into the end zone. Touchdown, Scotties. That is Kellen Stone, on the receiving end of that touchdown pass from Easton Jesse. And we'll go down as a 26-yard touchdown completion, and let's mark that as our Hardee's Hot and Fresh play of the game. We'll give you a look at that at halftime once again. We'll go back and take a look at it, but we'll go ahead and mark that as our Hardee's Hot and Fresh play of the game. A 26-yard touchdown pass from Easton Jesse to Kellen Stone. And the kick by Wesley Travis is up and good. By the way, that touchdown brought to you by Elmore Realty and Auction, and that PAT brought to you by Walbert Trucking. 1:34 to go in the third quarter. Bruce, are you saying a 28-yard completion?
That's where I thought
Okay, they had 26 on the board, but we'll call it a 28-yard touchdown completion for our Hardee's Hot and Fresh play of the game. So Scotties now lead 14-0, 1:34 to go here in the first half of play.
I don't know how he got so wide open, but boy, he was standing out there all by him lonesome.
For Easton Jesse, his third touchdown pass of the season. Had 2 last week against LaRue County. And for Kellen Stone, his first touchdown reception. First reception at all, as a matter of fact. Actually, no, he did have 1 reception last week against LaRue County. My apologies. Had 1 catch for 8 yards. And we'll take a look at the scoring drive for Glasgow. 4 plays, 89 yards. Took just 1 minute and 46 seconds to go those 89 yards. The 28-yard touchdown pass from Easton Jesse to Kellen Stone. And the kick by Wesley Travis, 14-0 Scotties. 1:34 to go in the opening quarter. Kick away here by Travis, fielded back at the 11-yard line. That's Gardner on the return. Gets to the 20, and then he's going to go down around the 22-yard line. Good coverage there time by the Scotties.
Yep, number 25, Mason Arms, his first tackle of the night, 5'9", 195 senior.
And they will put the ball down at the 22, so Russellville starts right there. First down and 10, 1:26 to go in the first quarter of play. Panthers will have 2 wideouts each way. Armstrong, the running back to the right of McCage, who's in shotgun. 4 down linemen for the Scotties. McCade's going to give this off to Armstrong, trying to get around the left end, and he'll get about 3 yards up to the 25.
Yeah, nice tackle by David Dale over on that right side, 6'3", 240 senior. He played it just exactly right. He got a little yardage out of it, but he got him around the shoulder pads and rolled him to the ground.
We hit the 1 minute mark here in this first quarter. 14-0 lead for the Scotties. Second down 7 for the Panthers coming up at their own 25. McCage in shotgun, Armstrong to his left. Trips to the near side, a single wide out to the far side of the field. McCage will hand it off to Armstrong, trying to go off right tackle. He'll get short yardage, a yard, maybe 2.
All right, Mason Arms with his second tackle of the night.
2-yard pickup. It'll be 3rd down and 5 for the Panthers at their own 27.
Yeah, Russellville hasn't had much room up the middle. Glasgow has stopped it pretty well.
Possibly the final play of the quarter here as we're inside of 10 seconds now. McCage in shotgun, Armstrong to his left. Trips to the near side, a single wide out to the far side. Russellville may let this clock run out. I think they're going to.
Yeah.
So we have reached the end of the first quarter of play. It's Glasgow 14, Russellville nothing, and we are back after a 1-minute timeout on WCLU Sports.
We're not superheroes, but when people need us, we answer the call. We're not weathermen, but we know the Kentucky seasons like the back of our hands. For over 40 years, we've serviced any brand, anytime, with the same-day service guarantee. Now that's a big promise, and that's probably why no one else does it. So when dealing with your heating and cooling, call HVAC Services, and you'll have the right team by your side.
When you come into Garcia's Grill, you're welcomed with a smile and you'll love the atmosphere. Garcia's was voted by the community as the best overall restaurant for the past 2 years. Great food at a great value. They serve fresh, delicious traditional Mexican dishes, incredible pasta, burgers, steaks, and seafood. People say you can never get burnt out on this restaurant because of all the amazing choices. Garcia's Grill, owned and operated by the Gomez Garcia family. Check them out on North Ray Street in Glasgow and on Facebook. Garcia's Grill, a different kind of Mexican restaurant.
Back here at Russellville Middle School, it's 14-0 Glasgow on top of the Russellville Panthers as we start the second quarter of play. A quick look at our Garcia's Grill sizzling stats shows Glasgow with 6 first downs. Russellville 1 through that first quarter. Scottie 75 yards rushing, 59 passing, for a total of 134. Russellville 18 yards rushing, no passing yardage yet, so just a total of 18 yards in that first quarter. Neither team turned the ball over. Scottie's penalized once for 5 yards. Russellville 2 for 10 yards. Glasgow 15 offensive plays, had the ball 5 minutes 50 seconds. Russellville 9 plays, had the ball 6 minutes and 10 seconds. 3rd down and 5 for Russellville. They're at their own 27-yard line as we start this second quarter of play. McCage in shotgun looking to throw. Under heavy pressure, steps up. He's going to try to run with it, and he's going to be tripped up as he got back to the line of scrimmage, and that was a great play that time. Cash Wells, Larry?
Yeah, that's his second tackle for the senior.
Certainly saved a first down there, and that will force Russellville into a punting situation at their own 27-yard line on 4th down and 5.
Yeah, that was a nice tackle. I thought he might get away, but Cash got in there and got him by the ankles and took him to the ground.
Temple Dickerson back to punt it away for Russellville. Jarek Martin back deep for the Scotties, standing at his own 40. Kick is away. Spiraling kick. Martin fields at the 40. Makes a man miss at the 42. He's got the 45, bounces to the outside, the 50, the 45, the 40, the 35, the 30. Down the sideline he goes, 25, 20, 15, and he's going to be bounced out of bounds. He got right inside the 10-yard line, I believe, or maybe right at the 10.
Number 1, Noah Stovall is the man who knocked him out of bounds for his second tackle, but he got a great block. He got a great block up there by number 60 on the way down there to get him loose. That's Kavion Massey.
It's going to be 1st and goal for the Scotties. A terrific punt return by Jarek Martin of 51 yards puts Glasgow 1st and goal at the 9-yard line.
Nice run by Jarek Martin, too. I like to see him field those low kicks like that. And he faked to the right and then went back left, and wasn't anybody there until he got down to the 10.
Scotties lead 14-0, looking to build on that lead here. 1st and goal at the 9. Neal, the running back to the left of Jesse, with 2 wideouts each way. Easton puts Bull in motion to the right side. Jesse going to fake to Neal, keep it up the middle. He's inside the 5 and into the end zone. Touchdown, Scotties.
Quarterback draw. Made a little fake to Cameron Bull inside and then just right up the middle.
A touchdown brought to you by Elmore Realty and Auction. Puts Glasgow up 20-0, 10:59 to go in the first half of play. And Wesley Travis on to attempt the Walbert Trucking PAT. Snap is good. Hold is down. Kick is up, and it is good. 10:59 to go in the second quarter of play. Let's go ahead and take our break here in the second quarter. Glasgow 21, Russellville nothing. We're back after a 30-second timeout on WCLU Sports.
Central Bank has been investing in the Glasgow community for over 50 years. During that time, we've learned a thing or two about hard work, relationships, and a vision for success. South Central Bank is designed to make a difference in the prosperity of our customers and the communities it serves. We want to be a part of your success. Visit southcentralbank.com. South Central Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
For the Scotties, that scoring drive going just one play and 9 yards after the terrific punt return of 51 yards by Jarek Martin set them 1st and goal at the 9. Easton Jesse, the quarterback, goes in for the 9-yard touchdown run for Easton. That is his second touchdown run of the season, and Wesley Travis remains perfect on his extra points on the year now. He is 8 of 8. 21-0 Glasgow, 10:59 to go in the second quarter.
And Wesley has kicked every one of them real nice and high just about.
So Gardner and Morrow will be back to return this kick for Russellville as Travis just about to tee it up here. Greenwood all over Warren East over at Barron County High School. 25-0 Greenwood over Warren East at halftime. That's a bit of a surprise. To me, anyway.
Yeah. I thought Warren East had a pretty good team.
Well, they're supposed to. It's a good kick by Travis, going to get over the head of Morrow and roll into the end zone for a touchback. That'll be the first touchback of the season for Wesley Travis. And of course, that means Russellville will start this next drive, 1st and 10 at their own 20.
Yep. Bowling Green's getting beat by Owensboro. I've got right here.
Is that right?
And South Warren beating Henderson County 10-0. Bowling Green down 14-7 to Owensboro.
So far, the Scottie defense has given up just 18 total yards of offense on 3 Russellville possessions. So the defense continues to play very well. They have been a bright spot for this Glasgow team, one of many bright spots so far here early in the season. McCage in shotgun. He's got Armstrong to his left. 3 receivers to the right, 1 man wide to the left side. Scottie showing blitz off the right side. That's Brunson. He's coming. He gets picked up. McCage steps up in the pocket, throws. The pass is incomplete. Overthrown that time to Temple Dickerson.
Yeah, good pressure up the middle that time by Jacob Brunson, and made him flush out and throw it before he wanted to.
Max Lee, I believe it was on the coverage there for the Scotties. It'll be 2nd down and 10. Clock stop with 10:56 to go in this first half of play. Glasgow leading 21-0. Cage in shotgun, a back on either side. Twin receivers right, a single wide out left. McCage fakes the handoff, keeps it around the right end. He's going to get to the 25, maybe the 26. He'll be 4 or 5 yards shy of the first.
Yeah, David Dale with his second tackle, senior, 6'3", 240.
Pick up a 5 to the 25-yard line, so 3rd down and 5 coming up. McCage is Russellville's leading rusher so far, 3 carries for 18 yards. He and Armstrong are the only 2 that have carried the ball so far. Armstrong has been held to just 1 yard per carry, 5 carries, 5 yards. Armstrong had 73 rushing yards last week against Butler County on 12 attempts. Armstrong sets up to the left of McCage. To his right is Gardner. 2 receivers to the left, a single wide out to the right. 4 men on the line for the Scotties. They're showing blitz off the right side. Arms coming off the right side. He gets to McCage, and he's going down. Sacked there by Mason Arms back at the 20-yard line.
Yep, 25. 3rd tackle for him.
If you're watching on the live stream, you saw Mason coming on a blitz off that right side, and he got into McCage's face and would not let go. So it's a 5-yard loss back to the 20. 4th down and 10. Russellville again will have to punt. For Mason Arms, his 2nd sack of the season. Temple Dickerson to punt it away. Jarek Martin waiting on it for the Scotties. And it's a bad snap, and Temple Dickerson going to have to pick it up and run with it. He's going nowhere. He's going to be taken down inside the 10-yard line. So for the 2nd consecutive possession, the Scottie offense is going to start 1st and goal.
Number 18, that's who it was, Kellen Stone. His 2nd tackle of the night.
We called Kellen's name a bunch last week, Larry.
We
Kellen
did.
just seems to know where the football is.
He played well last week. And he's playing well again tonight.
So 1st and goal for the Scotties for the 2nd consecutive possession at the 9-yard line. It took just 1 play for Glasgow to score last time from the 9. We'll see what happens here with 9:10 to go in the first half. Glasgow already on top, 21-0. Bull and Thomas are the wing backs here. And Neal in the backfield. He's a single set back as Easton Jesse's under center. A wide out to the left side. Put Thomas in motion, give it off to Neal up the middle. Runs into the back of one of his linemen. He'll get maybe a yard.
Yeah, number 75 on that tackle. He's another freshman, 6'2", 215. Skylar Goodman is his name.
So there's a 1-yard pickup there for Gavin Neal. Gavin has carried 6 times for 33 yards so far. Scotties as a team have rushed for 85 yards. on 12 attempts. Jesse under center on 2nd and goal from the 8. Bull and Neal both in the backfield. Thomas a wing back on the right. He'll go in motion. Going to give it off to Cameron. Bull starts right, bounces back to the middle. He's inside the 5, keeps his feet fighting for the goal line, and he's in. Touchdown, Scotties.
Nice hard run. He got hit about the 3-yard line, 2 or 3 yard line, and just carried him on into the end zone.
And that touchdown brought to you by Elmore Realty and Auction as Glasgow goes up 27-0, 8:23 to go here in the first half of play. And Wesley Travis on for his 4th Walbert Trucking PAT attempt of the night. Easton Jesse the snapper. It's a good snap. The hold down by Martin. The kick is up and it's good. There's a flag down, but I think that's offsides.
Prior to the snap, encroachment, defense. Half the distance to the goal. We're going to replay the try.
I misspoke. The kick was no good. So fortunately, the Russellville being offsides will give Glasgow an opportunity to try it again.
Noah, I believe it was Noah Stovall, number 1, came off that right side over there and really got into the kicker's face a little bit too quickly. Maybe he was offsides.
So now it'll be
That's why he got there so quickly.
19-yard Walbert Trucking PAT attempt here for Wesley Travis. Kick is up this time, and this one's perfect. 28-0 Glasgow with 8:23 to go here in the second quarter of play. And that scoring drive for the Scotties, another quick one because of the great field position starting at the Russellville 9-yard line. 2 plays, 9 yards, took just 47 seconds. The touchdown for Cameron Bull was an 8-yard run. And the extra point by Wesley Travis good to make the score 28-0 Scotties. And that touchdown for Cam Bull, his first of the season. And let's get this out there for you. We certainly appreciate our loyal listeners and viewers, but we do want to invite you to come take in a game in person at Hank Roy Stadium. Tickets are only $6 at the gate and must be purchased with cash. There are no advanced ticket sales for single games. However, you can purchase a season pass for a reserved chairback seat for $60 in the high school office during school hours. Kick away here by Travis. The returner up across the 30 and will be stopped shy of the 35-yard line.
Let's see, that was Lucas Christian on that tackle. That's number 2
Morrow,
for him.
I'm sorry, Larry. Morris Morrow on the return for Russellville. He got the ball back up to the 32-yard line. A 24-yard return that time for Morrow. 1st and 10 Russellville as they try to get something going on offense here. They trail 28-0, 8:15 to go in the first half. Cage in shotgun with a back on each side. He has 2 wideouts to the left of the field, 1 to the right. And the Scotty's going to jump off sides in the hard count.
Twice.
Prior to the snap, encroachment on the defense, number 53. 5-yard penalty, still first down.
And Cam's jumped twice.
That'll give Russellville 5 free yards. Moves the ball to the 37, where it's first down and 5. Second penalty of the night for the Scotties for 10 yards. McCage and Gardner having a quick conversation in the backfield. Got a back on either side of him, does McCage. 2 receivers to the left, 1 to the right. McCage.
Fumble.
Going to fumble the ball on the handoff, and Glasgow saying they got it, and they do. Cash Wells jumps up with it, Larry.
32. Did they call it a fumble?
I believe they did, yes, sir.
Yep, he threw the bingo. I saw it. 32.
We Told you Russellville turned the ball over 5 times last week against Butler County. Their first turnover of the night here. And Glasgow, for the 3rd straight possession, will start a drive in Russellville territory, this time at the Russellville 33. Scotties up 28-0, 8:08 to go in the first half. If they can put a touchdown in here and then do decide to go for 2 and they convert that, we would get a running clock the rest of this ball game.
What yard line?
It's at the 33, Larry. Easton Jesse in shotgun with an I formation to his left. That's Thomas and Neal in the I. Thomas now will motion out of it to the right side. Jesse to throw. Easton pumps, rolls out to the right. Pass caught by Bull at the 30. Turns upfield. He's going to get to about the 27.
Octavius McCage on the tackle. That's his 3rd of the night.
Pickup of 6. It'll be 2nd down and 4. Trips to the left side, a single wide outright. Neal's the running back to the left of Jesse. Easton looking to throw. Has time. Still has time. Looking over the middle. Man is open into the end zone. And was it caught? Yes. Touchdown, Scotties. I wasn't sure if Jarek Martin hung on to it because he had to kind of put the brakes on and was sliding as he made the catch. I wasn't sure if he actually caught it or if he trapped it, but the official was right there on top of it. Says, yes, it's a Glasgow touchdown. That's brought to you by Elmore Realty and Auction. Scotties will not go for 2 here. So they will just kick the extra point. You need a 36-point lead at any point in the game to get a running clock here in the state of Kentucky. And the kick by Travis is good. That Walbert trucking PAT, once again perfect for Wesley Travis. Glasgow rolling here in Russellville. They now lead the Panthers 35-0 with 7 minutes and 20 seconds to go in this second quarter of play. And we'll give you a look at that scoring drive here for the Scotties in just a moment. And again, just to update you on that Warren East Greenwood game going on at Barron County High School tonight. Greenwood leading 25-0 at halftime. The Trojans game with Trigg County was moved to tomorrow night at 7:30. So if you're looking to watch a little high school football tomorrow, you can go over to Barron County High School as part of the Don Franklin Trojan Trail Turf War Classic. That scoring drive for Glasgow, 2 plays, 33 yards, took 48 seconds. Jarek Martin catches a 27-yard touchdown pass from Easton Jesse. For Jarek, that is his 2nd touchdown reception of the season. Extra point good for Wesley Travis.
Yep, that's 5 possessions, 5 touchdowns.
Can't do much better than that, can you?
Not bad.
Got Jamarian Gardner and Amara Smaro waiting on the kick from Wesley Travis here. 7:20 remaining in the first half, 35-0 Glasgow. Travis gets it away. Fielded at the 10-yard line, dropped, picked back up. That's Morrow on the return. He's across the 15. Cuts back to the outside, trying to get to the 20, and I don't think he's going to get there.
That's number 16 again. That's Lucas Christian. That's his 3rd tackle on kickoffs.
They will spot this ball at the 19. Actually back at the 18-yard line. So 1st and 10 for the Panthers at their own 18. 7:12 to go in this first half of play. McCage looking over at the sideline, getting the play call from the Russellville offensive coordinator. McCage in shotgun. He has Armstrong to his right. 3 receivers left, 1 to the right side. Scotty's coming on a blitz off the right side. McCage has trouble with the snap, and he's going down. See where they give him forward progress. He went down back inside the 5, but let's see where they mark it.
Count that a sack or not?
Well, I'm not sure if he was going to throw or if he was going to pass. I mean, if he was going to run. But
Cam Johnson made the tackle, by the way. His second on the night.
It looked like to me maybe he was going to throw. Let's count that as a sack, Larry.
All right. Got you.
Cage in shotgun. Armstrong to his left. Trips left, a single wide out right. And a whistle. And what do we have here? We have an equipment issue or something. They're going to make Mason Arms come off the field. Don't know if he has blood or if he's got an equipment issue or what, but he's coming off the field for some reason. And Kanan Allen will go in there to replace him at the linebacker spot. Second down 16 for the Panthers. Back at their own 12. Cajun shotgun to throw. Looking to the right side. Pass going to be caught, but the receiver not going anywhere after he makes the catch.
That's Lucas Christian again. Tackle number 4 for him.
Noah Stovall, who made the catch for the Panthers. Ball spotted at the 17-yard line. It'll be 3rd down and 11 after a gain of 5. Cajun shotgun again with the back to his left and another whistle. See what this is.
Timeout, Glasgow. Second charge timeout of the half.
Glasgow going to burn a timeout here. As you heard it in Hilton Isabel say, their second timeout in this ball game. 5:37 to go in the first half of play. Glasgow leading 35-0. And we told you about some of the other games going on around the area. One that I'm interested to see how it comes out tonight, Larry, is Hart County and LaRue County.
That's what I started to say. I started to mention that earlier. It will be interesting to see what that score is.
I have not seen one anywhere. See if you can find that on ScoreStream there, Larry. Maybe you can pick one up. But obviously, Hart County is thought to have probably the best team in school history this year, as they had a very good year last year and did not lose hardly anybody off that team, have all their skill people back. So they are considered by some to be the district favorite this year. Of course, Glasgow's district this year is Hart County, Franklin Simpson, Butler County, and Adair County. So a couple of new teams in the district.
They've just got 0-0 in the first quarter here so far.
All right.
Metcalfe County is 7-6 over Edmondson.
3rd down and 11 at the 17 for Russellville, their own 17. Cajun shotgun, he'll throw. Under pressure, lets it go, man wide open, caught for a first down across the 30, and stopped just shy of the 35-yard line, but a nice pickup there by the Panthers as they convert on a 3rd and 11.
Yeah, Kanan Allen is the man that made the tackle. That's his first on the night, sophomore, 5'8", 185. Got a man hurt in the backfield.
Jamarian Gardner making the catch off the pass from McCage. And the player hurt is a Russellville player back around the 5. That may be McCage. I can't pick up the number.
I think you got to cramp whomever it is.
5 minutes and 28 seconds to go here in this first half of play. We knew cramping was going to be an issue coming into this ball game. You just can't play in this kind of heat and not cramp up a little bit at least. It doesn't matter how much you hydrated, but hydration this week, Larry, was of the utmost importance for these kids leading up to this ball game. Of course, you cannot wait until the day of the game. You got to hope that they have been hydrating all week long coming into this thing. So far, the Scotties have done pretty well. We've only seen a couple kids go down, one on each team with some cramps. Glasgow next week in action, back at home at Hank Roy Stadium as they will host the Monroe County Falcons on the Friday night of Labor Day weekend. Get a 3-day weekend next weekend. Looking forward to that. First and 10 for the Panthers at their own 34.
New quarterback.
So it was McCage who was down with the cramps. And I'm trying to pick up the number of the quarterback, Larry.
I can't hardly see it either. Sideways.
It's number 3. So that's Hunter Hallman.
3?
Yes, sir. And a flag here.
We jump again.
So offsides in the Scotties. Moves the ball 5 yards down the field. So Hunter Hallman in there at quarterback. He's a 5'10", 200-pound junior. He's in shotgun with a back to his right and 2 wideouts each way. First down and 5 for the Panthers. Ball at their own 39 now. Hallman to throw. Pass going to be overthrown. Intended target was Jamarian Gardner out here around the 42-yard line. Kellen Stone was on the coverage for the Scotties. .4:58 to go in this second quarter. 35-0. Glasgow all over Russellville here in the first half. Twin receivers each way. Armstrong, the running back, to the left of Hallman. The snap. Hallman under pressure, flushed out, and he's going to be sacked back around the 30-yard line.
That is number 7. That is David Dale. 3rd tackle on the night, 1st sack.
Big loss of 9 yards there on the sack by David Dale, his first sack of the season. That'll bring up 3rd down and 14 now for the Panthers. Scotty defense has played very well, but they have given up a couple of 3rd and longs. Panthers will have 3 wideouts to the right, 1 to the left. Hallman still in there at quarterback. He's got Armstrong to his right in the backfield. 4-man front for the Scotties. And the snap is low. Hallman handles it, but now he's in trouble again, and he's going to be sacked once again back at the 28-yard line.
And let's see. Look at the man gets up. It's Mason Arms. That's his 4th tackle, 2nd sack.
Sack number 3 on the year for Mason to lead the team. Loss of 2 more. 4th and 16 now for Russellville at their own 28, and they'll send the punting unit in. Jarek Martin back deep for the Scotties. Temple Dickerson to punt it away. Snap is low. Temple Dickerson handles it, gets it away. End over ender. It'll bounce at the 42. Fielded off the bounce by Martin across the 40, 45, 50. And he's going to get into Russellville territory and be taken down at the 45-yard line.
He's playing number 0, Brian Norris on the tackle. He was 1st of the night. He's a sophomore, 5'10", 175.
First and 10, Glasgow at the Russellville 45. Scotties with a score here would put the running clock in effect for the rest of the ball game. Trips to the left side, a single wide out to the right. Jesse in shotgun. As Neal to his left, going to fake the handoff there. Jesse to throw. It's a bubble screen caught by Rico Crowder. He's got the 40, 35, back to the middle of the field. 30, 25, still on his feet as he breaks a couple of tackles. 20, still dragging a tackler down to the 15-yard line.
Well, if he get away from him, he would have a touchdown. Number 12, Gage Bolenbecker, hung on and ripped his jersey and hung on for dear life to make the tackle.
Rico Crowder's going to need a new white jersey.
Yep.
First and 10 Scotties. They're at the Russellville 15-yard line. Pickup of 30 yards. Down to 2:47 left in the half. 3 wideouts left, 1 to the right. Jesse in shotgun. Neal set up to the left side of Jesse. And Jesse with trouble handling the shotgun snap and has to just try to pick it up and fall on it to keep the possession, and he does. It'll be a big loss. Back to the 22-yard line. Wasn't necessarily a bad snap. I think Easton just took his eyes off of it, trying to get the handoff away.
Yeah, Skylar Goodman on that tackle, number 75. That's his second on the night.
Bruce says that's the first negative play tonight for the Scotties on offense. Two receivers right, one to the left. Neal, the running back, to the left of Jesse. He'll hand it off to Neal. Gavin has a good hold. He's inside the 20, inside the 15. Ball pops out as he gets tackled. It's picked up by the Panthers. And it'll be a turnover for the Scotties, their first of the season. And Gavin Neal slow to get up, down around the 15.
Number 7 is the man that got the fumble recovery. That's Amaris Morrow.
David Owens with a fumble recovery for the Panthers. So each team now with a turnover in the ball game. Each was a lost fumble. 1:43 to go in the first quarter play. It's 35-0. Glasgow on top. Twin wideouts each way. McCage is back in there at quarterback for the Panthers as he's over that leg cramp he had apparently. Armstrong, the running back, to his left. McCage to throw. Looking to the right side. It's a poor throw. Threw it at the feet of the intended receiver, who was Gage Ballenbecker. And we do have a score to pass along to you from the Hart County-LaRue County game. 21-8 Hart County in the third quarter over LaRue County.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Hart County's for real. I don't think there's any doubt about that. But we played right with them last year, except for a couple of fumbles.
Second down 10, McCage to throw. Flushed out of the pocket, rolling. He's going to throw, and it's going to be behind his intended receiver. Intended that time for Temple Dickerson.
Yeah, he was wide open, too. But they flushed him out to his left, and he had to throw on the run and threw it behind him.
McCage has only completed 2 of 8 passes now. Actually 2 of 7 passes for 23 yards. Third down and 10 for the Panthers at their own 23. McCage under pressure again, steps up, lets it fly, and it's going to be intercepted by the Scotties. Ryan Morgan going to pick it off at midfield. That'll be the second interception of the year for Ryan. Had one last week against LaRue County.
Yeah, nice. He played that just perfectly. Got to the receiver, went with him all the way, and then turned around right at the last second.
I'm going to say he is down in Glasgow territory, I believe, at the 49, but let's make sure. Yep, they are. They'll put the ball at the Glasgow 49, where it's 1st and 10, 1:30 to go in the first half. Glasgow on top 35-0. Again, the Scotties are 1 point away from putting the running clock into effect for the rest of this ball game. Easton Jesse, the quarterback, in shotgun. Kanan Allen is in there at running back, so we'll see if Gavin Neal can come back and play tonight. He got injured on that last play. 2 wideouts each way. Jesse looking to throw. Easton over the middle. Pass caught by Martin at the 40, 35, and he's going to go down just shy of the 30 for a Glasgow first down.
Number 7, Amaris Morrow on the tackle. That's number 2 for him.
Clock running with 1:19 to go. Scotties have 1 timeout left if they want to use it. 1st and 10 at the Russellville 31. Crowder, Bull, Thomas wide to the right. Martin wide to the left. Allen, the running back. Jesse looking to throw. Over the middle, pass going to be caught by Crowder at the 18, dragging a tackler across the 15, and he's going to be down around the 12.
Number 7, Morris Morrow again on the tackle. That's his 3rd.
That is another South Central Bank first down for the Scotties.
All right. Clock running, got to hurry.
45 seconds to go. 1st and 10 Glasgow at the Russellville 12. Jesse in shotgun, 2 wide outs to each side. Going to give this off to Allen. Big hole at the middle inside the 5 and into the end zone. Touchdown, Scotties.
Oh, the left side of that line opened up a gigantic hole that time. He didn't have anything to do but run.
Touchdown brought to you by Elmore Realty and Auction. Puts Glasgow up by a score of 41-0 with 32 seconds to go in the first half. And we'll see Wesley Travis come on for the Walbert Trucking PAT. Snap a little high, but Martin gets it down. The kick is up, and it splits the uprights once again. And Glasgow dominating here at Russellville. 42-0 Scotties. 32 seconds to go in the half. Again, we will have a running clock the rest of this half and in the entire second half of play, so things will move fairly quick after we come back from halftime. That scoring drive that time for the Scotties started after the Ryan Morgan interception at midfield. Glasgow drives 51 yards in 3 plays. Took 58 seconds. And Kanan Allen scored on a 12-yard touchdown run. Kanan getting his first touchdown run of the season.
It was a nice run, too. Offensive line gave him credit for that one. They opened up a hole that a lot of us could run through. Back in our day.
Not today. Huh?
Not
okay.
today.
I got you. Wesley Travis added the extra point, 42-0 Scotties.
I just want to run out of this press box for a little bit.
Well, yeah, I'm going to look forward to my 5 minutes outside the press box while y'all do the stats. Cool down a little bit. Morrow and Gardner back deep, awaiting the kick from Travis. End over ender, fielded at the 20-yard line, across the 25-30, and will be stopped around the 32-yard line.
That was number 2 on the tackle. That's Logan Starr. That's his first one of the night. Senior, 6 foot, 161.
That was LeBron Nurse on the return, and because of the running clock, that's going to do it here for the first half of play. We will come back in a moment on the Don Franklin Halftime Show and take a look at the Garcia's Grill sizzling stats. I'll also tell you a little bit about the upcoming week in Glasgow sports as well. It's been all Scotties here in the first half of play. Glasgow 42, Russellville nothing. And we are back after a 4-minute timeout here on WCLU Sports.
History of scoring touchdowns and breaking records, Dakota Elmore knows a thing or two about hard work. At Elmore Realty and Auction, his team, often referred to as the A-Team, applies that same work ethic in how they serve this community. With a combined 200 years of experience, the team serves our commercial industry, helps families find their dream home, and makes your auction an easy, profitable, and positive experience. Elmore Realty and Auction, trusted since 1935. Check them out on Facebook for listings and auctions.
Hardee's 2 for $5 breakfast bake goodness into your morning. Choose a biscuit with sausage and egg, biscuit and gravy, or French toast tips. Any 2, just $5. Hardee's, goodness in the making. Get exclusive offers on the Hardee's app. Hardee's Double Deals pack double the charbroiled beef and melty cheese. Choose a double cheeseburger or bacon double cheeseburger starting at $2.99. Hardee's, goodness in the making. Get exclusive offers on the Hardee's app.
A nationwide effort is underway to bring high-speed internet to small-town America. Rural broadband providers are taking the initiative. Their goal? To enhance quality of life by creating smart rural communities, which utilize a robust fiber network to jumpstart economic growth, to build thriving smart rural communities with the transformative power of rural broadband networks.
Have you injured yourself playing a sport or exercising? Sports medicine experts at TJ Regional Health are trained to get you back on the road to recovery, whether you're dealing with sprains, fractures, knee and shoulder injuries, or other common injuries. Our goal is to prevent illness and injury in active individuals of all ages and help prevent future problems to maximize your performance. Find out more at tjregionalhealth.org/rehab. Patients first, team always. TJ Rehabilitation Services.
Monticello Bank first opened its doors in 1895 as a single office in Monticello, Kentucky. Today, there are 21 MBC locations across the Commonwealth. From home loans to commercial lending, Monticello Bank offers a wide variety of convenient financial services and competitive rates from local people you know and trust. Visit them at 1434 Happy Valley Road in Glasgow and let them help make the financial side of your life a little easier. Monticello Bank, where people matter. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
We know there's a big difference between being in a community and being part of the community. That's why here in Glasgow, we cheer on the Scotties. We work hard every day to make a positive impact on the community we call home. Behind our golden arches, we strive daily to serve delicious food and treats. If you could only smell this McDonald's ad, you'd smell how delicious this burger and fries really are. Join our McTeam. To learn how, text KY209 to 38000. Benefits include a sign-on bonus up to $500.
Phillips IGA, a family market since 1960. Visit the butcher shop where you'll find fresh cuts of fine meats from an in-store butcher and delicious hamburger ground fresh, plus a fresh selection of garden vegetables and fruits. They proudly carry legacy dairy milk produced right in their hometown of Highsville. Find your favorite national brands. Download the Phillips IGA app to start saving. View their weekly sales ad or simply shop online. Phillips IGA and Butcher Shop. Friendly faces and fair prices. Located on Highway 70 in Highsville.
Kentucky Farm Bureau agents wear a lot of hats. They're coaches, volunteers, church members, neighbors, someone who's there when you need them, especially when you need them most. That may be a lot of hats, but they're all the perfect fit. Kentucky Farm Bureau, big on commitment.
It's time for the Don Franklin Auto Scotties Football Halftime Show on WCLU.
Joe Myers, Larry Alexander, Bruce Tribune back here with you at Russellville Middle School, where it has been all Glasgow in the first half here. They lead the Panthers 42-0, and Larry, I guess really the only blemish is the one turnover the Scotties have, but other than that, it's been a great first half for them.
Oh, yeah, you couldn't ask for anything better. Scored on their first 5 possessions, and then we had the interception is the only, the fumble. Yeah, we did have a fumble.
Yep.
I forgot
Yes,
that.
sir.
Yeah,
Yep.
we did have the fumble, and we had 2 fumbles, didn't we?
We've only
they had 1 fumble.
We only
had
lost
1.
one. We lost one.
We got 1, lost 1.
Yeah, that's right. So Scotty's looking to go to 2-0 on the year, and certainly looks like it's going to happen because we're going to have a running clock here the entire second half because of this large point spread. Again, you need a 36-point lead at any point in the game to get a running clock, and that's where the Scotties are now with a 42-0 lead. Glasgow headed to their 6th straight victory over Russellville here in the series. And Larry, you had a few scores there. Why don't you pass along some of those scores from other ball games that you got on your phone there?
All right. Let's see. Metcalfe County up on Edmondson County 7-6. So that is at halftime. Bowling Green ahead of Orangeboro 21-14 in the second quarter. South Warren ahead of Henderson County 17-0 at the half. They don't even have a score on our game yet. I don't know why they haven't put it on there. And they have no score on LaRue and Hart County, but you gave that one a minute
we do
ago.
know at last check it was Hart County with a 21-8 lead over LaRue County in the third quarter. And then the other score that we have, or that we've been keeping up for you is the Greenwood Warren East game. We've not had an update on that one since it was halftime, and at halftime in that one it was 25-0 Greenwood over Warren East. So as we continue here on the Don Franklin Auto Halftime Show, it is now time to take a look at the Garcia's Grill Sizzling Stats. And to get us started with that, we're going to turn things over to Larry for the drive chart. Larry?
All right, Joe. Glasgow, as usual, when they win the toss, they will take the football, and they did tonight. They would return the kickoff to the 50-yard line. That's where they would take over 11:51 of the first quarter. From that point, nice drive to start the ball game. 11 plays, 50 yards, took 4:04 off the clock. Dylan Thomas went over from 2 yards out for the touchdown. Wesley Travis kicked his first extra point, and it was 7-0 in favor of Glasgow, 6:46 to go in the first quarter. Russellville would punt on their first possession. The Scotties would take over deep in their territory on the Glasgow 11-yard line at 3:20 to go in the first quarter. A 4-play, 89-yard drive this time ensued. It took 1:46 off the clock. Kellen Stone caught a 28-yard touchdown pass in the left corner of the end zone from Easton Jesse, and Wesley Travis again kicked the extra point, and it was 14-0 in favor of the Scotties. Russellville again would punt on their second possession, and that would set Glasgow up in great field position at the Russellville 9-yard line after a nice return on the punt. And we took over at 11:04 in the second quarter. It only took us one play to put it in the end zone. One play, 9 yards, only took 5 seconds. Easton Jesse with a quarterback draw. He faked the inside pitch out, handoff to Cameron Bull and then right straight up the middle for a 9-yard touchdown run. Wesley Travis with his third extra point made it 21-0 in favor of the Scotties. Russellville again would punt on their next possession. The Scotties would take over again at the 9-yard line, and at 9:10 of the second quarter, this time it took 2 plays to put it in the end zone. 2 plays, 9 yards, took 47 seconds. Cameron Bull with an 8-yard run for the touchdown. Wesley Travis with his fourth extra point made it 28-0 in favor of the Scotties at that point. Russellville would take over on their own 32-yard line with 8:15 to go in the second quarter, but they would fumble. Cash Wells came up with that fumble, and that would set Glasgow up in Russellville territory at the 33-yard line at 8:08 of the second quarter. 2 plays again to put it in the end zone. 2 plays, 33 yards, took 48 seconds off the clock. Jarek Martin with a 27-yard touchdown pass from Easton Jesse. And Wesley Travis kicked his 5th straight extra point, and it was 35-0 in favor of the Scotties. Then we had a few turnovers on the next few possessions. Russellville would punt on their next possession, and then Glasgow would fumble. Gavin Neal fumbled the football. David Owen came up with it for Russellville, but they returned the favor as Ryan Morgan intercepted a pass on Russellville's next possession, and that set Glasgow up at their own 49-yard line with 1:30 to go in the second quarter. From there, it only took 3 plays to put it in the end zone. 3 plays, 51 yards, took 58 seconds off the clock. Kanan Allen went over from 12 yards out for the touchdown, just right up the middle. A nice big hole off the left side, and he ran it into the end zone for the touchdown. Wesley Travis with his 6th straight extra point, and it's 42-0 in favor of Glasgow. They did kick off to Russellville, but time ran out before they could get anything off. So we have a running clock here at halftime, and it's 42-0 in favor of the Scotties. Bruce, you ready?
Yeah, I'm ready, Larry. Thank you. I'm ready here for our Darn Franklin Auto Show halftime. And let's look at our Garcia Grill sizzling stats here for that first half. Glasgow on top 42-0. Russellville had 2 first downs. They rushed for a minus 15 yards. They threw for 23 for a total of 8 yards in the first half. Scotties with 11 first downs. They pick up 114 on the ground, 165 through the air for 279. 2 turnovers for the Panthers. The Scotties turned it over once. Russellville had 3 fumbles. They lost 1. They had an interception. Glasgow fumbled it twice. They lost 1 of those. Russellville was penalized 2 times for 10 yards. Glasgow 3 times for 15 yards. The Panthers of Russellville had 25 offensive plays in that first half for 14 minutes and 10 seconds. The Scotties ran 26 offensive plays using just 9 minutes and 50 seconds. Individually in that first half, the leading rusher for the Panthers was their quarterback, Octavius McKee, 5 carries for 6 yards with a long of 13. Donovan Armstrong had 6 carries for 1 yard. Jacoby Temple Dickerson had 1 rush for a minus 11, and Hunter Hallman was sacked twice for a minus 11. Octavius Armstrong was 2 of 8 passing for 23 yards. Hunter Hallman was 0 for 1 in that first half. Receiving, Noah Stovall. Well, wait a minute. Jamarian Garman was their leading receiver with 1 catch for 17 yards. Noah Stovall had 1 catch for 6 yards. Jacovion Temple Dickerson punted 3 times in that first half for 129 yards total. That's a 43-yard average with a long of 53. In that first half, leading rusher for the Scotties was her leading rusher last week, Easton Jesse, with 34 yards on 5 carries. He had 1 touchdown with a long of 24. Gavin Neal had 26 yards on 7 carries with a long of 12. Kanan Allen had 2 carries for 21 yards and a touchdown with a long of 12. Cameron Bull had 1 carry for 8 yards. That went for a score. And Dalen Thomas had 1 carry for 2 yards, and that went for a score. Easton Jesse was 8 of 10 passing for 165 yards and 2 touchdowns. And, you know, Larry and Joe remarked the very first ball was dropped, so he should be 9 of 10 for about 175 yards. Leading receiver in that first half was Rico Crowder with 49 yards on 2 catches with a long of 30. Jarek Martin had 46 yards on 2 catches and a touchdown with a long of 27. Let me see. I've got to look up and see who the other touchdown was by. I forgot to mark that down. And, well, heck, I'll have to look at my score sheet. I thought we had 2 touchdown passes in that first half. Did we not, Joe? Yes, we did. Jarek Martin and Kellen Stone. I'm sorry. Kellen Stone had the other touchdown. So Kellen with 1 catch and 28 yards. With a score, 5 yards on 1 carry for Dalen Thomas, and Glasgow did not punt in that first half. These halftime stats were brought to you courtesy of the Don Franklin Auto Halftime Show, and our stats were Garcia's Grill's Sizzling Stats. We'll return after a 3-minute timeout and be back here with Joe and Larry on WCLU Sports.
History of scoring touchdowns and breaking records? Dakota Elmore knows a thing or two about hard work. At Elmore Realty and Auction, his team, often referred to as the A-Team, applies that same work ethic in how they serve this community. With a combined 200 years of experience, the team serves our commercial industry, helps families find their dream home, and makes your auction an easy, profitable, and positive experience. Elmore Realty and Auction, trusted since 1935. Check them out on Facebook for listings and auctions.
Hardee's 2 for $5 breakfast bake goodness into your morning. Choose a biscuit with sausage and egg, biscuit and gravy, or French toast tips. Any 2, just $5. Hardee's, goodness in the making. Get exclusive offers on the Hardee's app. Hardee's Double Deals pack double the charbroiled beef and melty cheese. Choose a double cheeseburger or bacon double cheeseburger starting at $2.99. Hardee's, goodness in the making. Get exclusive offers on the Hardee's app.
A nationwide effort is underway to bring high-speed internet to small-town America. Rural broadband providers are taking the initiative. Their goal? To enhance quality of life by creating smart rural communities, which utilize a robust fiber network to jumpstart economic growth, to build thriving smart rural communities with the transformative power of rural broadband networks.
Have you injured yourself playing a sport or exercising? Sports medicine experts at TJ Regional Health are trained to get you back on the road to recovery. Whether you're dealing with sprains, fractures, knee and shoulder injuries, or other common injuries, our goal is to prevent illness and injury in active individuals of all ages and help prevent future problems to maximize your performance. Find out more at tjregionalhealth.org/rehab. Patients first, team always. TJ Rehabilitation Services.
Monticello Bank first opened its doors in 1895 as a single office in Monticello, Kentucky. Today, there are 21 MBC locations across the Commonwealth. From home loans to commercial lending, Monticello Bank offers a wide variety of convenient financial services and competitive rates from local people you know and trust. Visit them at 1434 Happy Valley Road in Glasgow and let them help make the financial side of your life a little easier. Monticello Bank, where people matter. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
We know there's a big difference between being in a community and being part of the community. That's why here in Glasgow, we cheer on the Scotties. We work hard every day to make a positive impact on the community we call home. Behind our golden arches, we strive daily to serve delicious food and treats. If you could only smell this McDonald's ad, you'd smell how delicious this burger and fries really are. Join our McTeam. To learn how, text KY209 to 38000. Benefits include a sign-on bonus up to $500.
Phillips IGA, a family market since 1960. Visit the butcher shop where you'll find fresh cuts of fine meats from an in-store butcher and delicious hamburger ground fresh, plus a fresh selection of garden vegetables and fruits. They proudly carry legacy dairy milk produced right in their hometown of Highsville. Find your favorite national brands. Download the Phillips IGA app to start saving. View their weekly sales ad or simply shop online. Phillips IGA and Butcher Shop. Friendly faces and fair prices. Located on Highway 70 in Highsville.
Kentucky Farm Bureau agents wear a lot of hats. They're coaches, volunteers, church members, neighbors, someone who's there when you need them, especially when you need them most. That may be a lot of hats, but they're all the perfect fit. Kentucky Farm Bureau, big on commitment.
It's time for the Don Franklin Auto Scotties Football Halftime Show on WCLU.
And then on Thursday, the Lady Scottie volleyball team hosting Barron County at Scottie Gym. Girls golf team tomorrow will be participating in the Wildcat Shootout. Boys golf team tomorrow participating at the Franklin Simpson Invitational. On Monday, they have a tri-match at Monroe County with Monroe and Barron County. And then on Tuesday, a match that has been rescheduled from last week, or maybe earlier this week, I think, actually, they will be playing a match against Barron County on Tuesday. So they'll be facing Monroe and Barron in a tri-match on Monday, and then Barron County only on Tuesday. The cross-country team on Saturday, tomorrow, will be participating in their first meet of the season. That'll be at Warren East, at the Warren East Raider Twilight Run there in Bowling Green. The JV football team on Monday will play their second game of the season. They'll travel to Greenwood for a 6 o'clock start on Monday. And then the varsity football team next Friday night, we told you earlier, back at home again at Hank Roy Stadium against Monroe County for a game which we hope will be much cooler. I know the press box is going to be cooler, that's for sure. The Falcons and Scotties will kick off at 7 o'clock next week. They're at Hank Roy Stadium. 6:30 pregame for our broadcast. And that is a look ahead at the upcoming weekend sports here in fall sports at Glasgow High School. And also want to again, get this out there that, we certainly do appreciate our loyal listeners and viewers on the video live stream on YouTube, but we do also want to invite you to come take in a game in person at Hank Roy Stadium. Tickets only $6 at the gate in cash. They must be purchased, as I said, with cash. There are no advance ticket sales for single games. However, you can still purchase a season pass for a reserved chairback seat for $60 in the high school office during school hours. And if you enjoy listening to our broadcast, of course, you can always bring your radio along with you and listen to us while at the game. We certainly look forward to seeing you at Hank Roy Stadium for a game or two or all of them this year. And your first opportunity, your second opportunity, next opportunity would be next Friday night as the Scotties host Monroe County. Again, some of those scores that Larry was passing along, we'll reiterate those for you. Hart County was leading LaRue County 21-8 in the third quarter at the last check. You have, let's see, Campbellsville leads Casey County 14-0. That's in the third quarter. South Warren over Henderson County 17-0 at halftime. Metcalfe County over Edmonson County 7-6 at halftime. You've got Allen County Scottsville now up on Monroe County 28-7. That's in the third quarter. And Bowling Green has taken a 28-14 lead over Owensboro at halftime. And Greenwood Warren East game has now gone final according to ScoreStream, although I've not got an update on that from the person I'm texting with. But according to ScoreStream, the Greenwood Gators have defeated Warren East 38-6 in a final score. So, Larry, we are about a minute and a half away from kickoff here in the second half, and obviously I don't think there's much mystery as to who's going to win this ball game. But Glasgow obviously wants to keep their edge. I don't know. They may come immediately out and start playing JV players. Who knows what they're going to do? Sometimes they'll play a series with starters in the third quarter when they're in this situation. But it does, to me, look like there's a lot of new numbers that are about to come out on the field for this kickoff. Scotties will be kicking the ball away to start the third quarter.
Yeah, it looks like, to me, that they're going to play some younger kids here early. I don't believe the starters will be playing much anymore.
So in the second half, because we do have this running clock, there's only a few things that the clock will stop for. One of those, of course, is timeouts. Some officials will stop the clock after a score. Some do not. Some seem to do it a little differently than others. They'll stop it for injuries, of course, and things like that. But it should be a rather quick second half here at Russellville Middle School. Again, Glasgow leading 42-0 here at the break. And we had our Hardee's Hot and Fresh play of the game earlier in the contest, and that was the touchdown pass from Easton Jesse to that was the one to Kellen Stone, wasn't it? Yep, the touchdown pass, 28-yard touchdown pass from Easton Jesse to Kellen Stone back in the first quarter. That was our Hardee's Hot and Fresh play of the game. And stay tuned for our Don Franklin Auto postgame wrap-up, of course. After this game, we'll talk with Scotty head coach Jeff Garman and take a look at the Garcia's Grill sizzling stats. Also tell you about our Phillips IGA player of the game. Kickoff from Wesley Travis will go out of bounds. That'll be a penalty and will mean that Russellville will take the possession of the football at their own 35-yard line. And there are several new players going out on the field. Matter of fact, looks like I don't know that there's any starters going back out on the field to begin this second half of the Scotties on defense. So let's get the roster out. And we'll name off some of these kids here. You've got Parker McGowan out there. Also see Katavion Fryer. We see Peyton Limley out there. Also on the defensive line is Kiaven Massey. So Octavius McCage in at quarterback. He's in the pistol formation for the first time tonight, I believe. Armstrong sets up behind him in the backfield. 2 wideouts each way. There's the snap and the give to Armstrong up the middle. Breaks the tackle of the line of scrimmage. He's across the 40, and he'll get to the 44-yard line.
Trying to pick up the number. I think it was 52. 52. It's going to be on the second page. That's Aston Page. That's his first tackle, 5'10", 142, sophomore.
Caleb Jesse out there on the field as well. J.P. Pitcock out there. Also see Jeremiah Moore. McCage in pistol formation, 2 wideouts each way. Armstrong the running back. 4-man front for the Scotties. McCage going to give to Armstrong, trying to bounce to the outside, but the big freshman, Katavion Fryer, says, no, sir, you're not getting that first down.
Big number, 99. First tackle of the night for him, 6'2", 253, and a freshman.
That is a good-sized freshman, Larry. He looks good in a football uniform.
He does. He had some quickness on that one.
3rd down and 2. After a 1-yard loss there. The ball at the Russellville 43-yard line. Scotty's up 42-0, 9.5 minutes to go in the third quarter. McCage in shotgun. The running back this time to his left is Jamarian Gardner. McCage with a hard count. Scotties do not jump. McCage now going to throw. Pass going to be caught at midfield, and this could be Russellville's first score of the night. That is Jacarius Temple Dickerson. He's at the 15, the 10, the 5, and into the end zone. Russellville with a touchdown. That will go down as a 57-yard touchdown completion from Octavius McCage to Jacovian Temple Dickerson. And now something of note on the extra point try for Russellville. They have a female place kicker. Madden Bloodworth is her name. She kicked for them last year, too. Made her only point after try last week. The kick here is going to be blocked. And that will kill the play. You cannot return a block kick in high school football on an extra point. So the score, 42-6, Glasgow on top of Russellville. 9:04 to go in the third quarter, and we'll take a 30-second timeout here on WCLU Sports.
Hardee's 2 for $5 breakfast bake goodness into your morning. Choose a biscuit with sausage and egg, biscuit and gravy, or French toast tips. Any two, just $5. Hardee's, goodness in the making. Get exclusive offers on the Hardee's app. Hardee's Double Deals pack double the charbroiled beef and melty cheese. Choose a double cheeseburger or bacon double cheeseburger starting at $2.99. Hardee's, goodness in the making. Get exclusive offers on the Hardee's app.
Joe Myers, Larry Alexander, Bruce Tribune back here with you at Russellville, where the Panthers go on a 3-play, 65-yard drive. Took 2:56 off the running clock. Temple Dickerson caught a 57-yard touchdown pass from Octavius McCage, and the extra point is blocked. So 42-6 Scotties. Clock already running here before they even kick the ball away. We're down to 8:48. Temple Dickerson's kick is away and fielded at the 27-yard line. The returner up across the 35, across the 40, and stopped shy of the 45. That's Jeremiah Moore on the return that time. Return of roughly 20 yards that time for Moore. 1st and 10 Scotties at their own 43. And again, we'll see the JV offense, just like we saw the JV defense out there for the Scotties. Quarterback is Hudson Gum. Hudson, a 6'1", 170 sophomore. Gum will take the snap. Going to give this thing off to the running back, and be taken down right around the 45-yard line. That was Ryder Heller on the carry that time for the Scotties.
Number 3, Hunter Hallman is the man that made the tackle. That's his first on the night. He's a junior, 5'10", 200 pounds.
30-yard pick, or excuse me, a 3-yard pickup there for Heller. 2nd down and 7 with the ball at the Scotties' own 46. Two receivers to the left side, one to the right. We've got Heller and Grayson Bartley in an I formation to the right of Gum. Going to have a little shovel pass here off to Jalen Bradley. He gets around the right side, now bounces to the outside, trying to get to that first down marker, not quite going to get there.
Number 0 on the tackle, that is Brian Norse.
He'll pick up about 4 to the 50.
It's his 2nd tackle tonight.
And we've got a official timeout here for another player who's cramping up for Russellville. He's up and off the field pretty quickly, but since they've stopped play here, they're going to give the teams a chance to take a water break, which they're required to do on hot nights like this. So when we return to action, it'll be 3rd down and 3 for the Panthers with the ball right at midfield. Or for the Scotties, excuse me, the ball right at midfield. Glasgow leading with 6:59 here to go in the third quarter. Back to action we go here. Gum under center, tries to hand it off, and the Russellville defender got in the way of it, and Hudson did a good job just to not turn that ball over.
It was number 50, Krishan Wood, sophomore, 6'1", 250 on that tackle.
Wood got in the backfield that time before Gum even had a chance to hand that ball off. Of course, you've got the Russellville varsity defense going against the JV offense for the Scotties, just as you had varsity offense for Russellville going against Glasgow's JV defense on that last drive. So 4th down here, and Ryder Heller on to punt this ball away for the Scotties on 4th and 9. And a timeout taken by Glasgow with exactly 6 minutes to go here in the third quarter. Again, don't forget to join us next Friday night as the Scotties will host the Monroe County Falcons. It will be a 7 o'clock kickoff. Our broadcast beginning at 6:30 here on WCLU. And, of course, like all of our games this year, that game will be live streamed on YouTube, on the WCLU YouTube channel, and also on the Scottie channel on YouTube, as well as the radio broadcast, of course, on WCLU 102.3 and 1490. Ready to get back to action here after the first time out of the half called by Glasgow. Ryder Heller again in punt formation. End over end kick. Be fielded, actually it'll bounce at the 27-yard line, and then picking it up and losing ground is Amaris Morrow. He's going to go down back inside the 25.
That was number 20, Jeremiah Moore on that tackle, 5'7", 145 sophomore.
So Morrow was taken down back at the 22. So 1st and 10 Panthers at their own 22-yard line. 5:08 to go in the third quarter. 42-6 Scotties. Glasgow led 42-0 at halftime. If you're just joining us, we've had a running clock this entire second half. Russellville varsity offense still out there. McCage in shotgun. Has Gardner to his left. Twin receivers each way. Cage with a snap. Throws right pass,
nice.
batted down at the line of scrimmage by the big freshman, Katavion Fryer.
Yeah, nice. He got in there, got the rush, and does what he's supposed to do, put those hands up, and he got a piece of it.
Second down 10 for the Panthers at their own 22. Russellville breaks the huddle. They'll send 2 wideouts each way. McCage in pistol. Gardner the running back. Scottie showing a blitz off the right side, and they're coming. Here's a give to Gardner. He's going to get hit in the backfield and drop for a loss.
That goes number 3, I think, Trey Smith on that tackle, 5'10", 156 sophomore. And had a little help there from Kavion Massey.
2-yard loss back to the 20. It'll be 20. It'll be 3rd down and 12. Trips to the right side this time with a single wide out to the left. McCage in shotgun. Gardner sets up to his right. McCage to throw. A bubble screen caught out there behind the line of scrimmage. Makes the first man miss, but will not get anywhere near a first down. That's LeBron Nurse on the catch.
Jalen Bradley is the one that ran him out of bounds. First tackle for him, freshman, 5'6", 130.
Ball at the 23-yard line, so a pickup of 3 there. 4th down and 9 here for the Panthers, and the punting unit comes onto the field.
They may punt, they may not.
Russellville with not a lot to lose here, so Larry's right. You just don't know what they're about to do on 4th and 9, deep in their own territory. Snap is good. The kick is away. They do punt it. Fielded at the 48-yard line in Glasgow territory, across the 50, across the 45, to the 40, and a big-time face mask right there. My goodness, they about ripped the helmet off of Jalen Bradley as he was on the return. Literally brought him down by his face mask, so that'll be a 15-yarder, I'm sure.
Tyrone Garvin is the man that did that.
During the return, personal foul, face mask on the kicking team. 15 yards will be added to the end of the run. First down.
So we'll see if the JV offense can put up some points here.
And we're on what yard line here?
See where they end up spotting it. They're still marking it off, Larry. It's going to be inside the 30, inside the 25 to the 24. So 1st and 10 Glasgow at the Russellville 24. 1:20 to go in the third quarter. 42-6 Scotties. Hudson Gum in shotgun. He has 3 receivers to the right side, 1 to the left. I believe that's Ryder Heller again as the running back to Gum's right. Here's the snap. Gum rolling out to the right, looking to throw. Pass going to be incomplete down around the 15-yard line.
Just a little high for him.
And it was intended for Landon Martin.
Had him open, he just threw it just a hair high.
This will likely be the final play of the third quarter here. So we're down to 35 seconds. 2nd down 10 at the Russellville 24. And actually, the Scotties are not going to have to run a play, it doesn't look like. They're just going to let this play clock run down. And that'll be the end of the third quarter of play. So let's go ahead and take that break. It is a 42-6 lead for the Scotties after 3. And we'll come back for the final 12 minutes after this 1-minute timeout on WCLU Sports.
A nationwide effort is underway to bring high-speed internet to small-town America. Rural broadband providers are taking the initiative. Their goal? To enhance quality of life by creating smart rural communities, which utilize a robust fiber network to jumpstart economic growth, to build thriving smart rural communities with the transformative power of rural broadband networks.
Have you injured yourself playing a sport or exercising? Sports medicine experts at TJ Regional Health are trained to get you back on the road to recovery, whether you're dealing with sprains, fractures, knee and shoulder injuries, or other common injuries. Our goal is to prevent illness and injury in active individuals of all ages and help prevent future problems to maximize your performance. Find out more at tjregionalhealth.org/rehab. Patients first, team always. TJ Rehabilitation Services.
Back here for the start of the fourth quarter. Take a look at the Garcia's Grill sizzling stance after this play. It's Hudson Gum going to hand this ball off to Ryder Heller. Makes the man miss at the line of scrimmage. He's down inside the 20. And his progress stopped right around the 18-yard line.
It looks like number 8 in there on the bottom of that pile. That's Jarius Coleman. First tackle for him.
Excuse me, Larry. Here are the Garcia's Grill sizzling stats through 3 quarters. Glasgow leads 14-6. Scotties with 11 first downs to Russellville's 3. Glasgow 117 yards rushing, 165 passing, a total of 282. Minus 9 yards rushing for Russellville, 83 passing for a total of 72. Take a look at the rest of the stats after this one. Gum's under center. He's got 2 men in the backfield, split back there. Going to give this, nope, Gum actually going to keep it on play action, rolling out to the right side. His pass going to be knocked down. Intended that time for Jalen Bradley.
Yeah, Bradley just had not cleared the secondary, the cornerback yet. If he waits just another second or two, I think he clears and he makes a good completion there.
Rest of those Garcia's Grill sizzling stats. Scotties has turned the ball over 1 time. That was a lost fumble. Russellville's turned it over twice. 1 fumble and 1 interception. 3 penalties on the Scotties for 15 yards, 3 on Russellville for 25. Glasgow's had the ball 31 plays, 14 minutes and 26 seconds. Russellville 32 plays, 21 minutes and 34 seconds. Heller and Bradley split in the backfield. A wide out to the right side. Wing back on the left. Gum under center. And the Scotties moved.
Yep. We had two guys
Russellville moved as well, so let's see if they say Russellville may have broken the plane first.
Left guard.
On the offense.
Left guard
5-yard
and
penalty.
a man in the backfield moved at the same time.
So we'll back the Scotties up 5 yards to the 23-yard line of Russellville. 9:50 to play, 42-6 Scotties. Glasgow about to move to 2-0 on the year and win their 6th straight over the Russellville Panthers. Gum in shotgun this time. Heller to his right, trips to the right side, a single wide out to the left. Gum rolling out to the right. Has some room to run. He's got 7 or 8, but I think he's going to be a little bit shy of the first down. On 4th down and 9.
Number Takeon Darden is the man that made the tackle. That's his second on the night.
They do get Gum down back at the 17-yard line, so Glasgow will turn the ball over on downs. And the Russellville offense coming back out with 9 minutes to play. Russellville takes first and 10 at their own 17. McCage in shotgun, Gardner to his left. Twin wideouts to the right. Twin receivers to the left as well as Ballenbecker comes onto the field late now. He's going to switch sides, and that'll give him trips to the right side, and single wide out to the left side. Hand off to Gardner, going to try to get away from Tavion Fryer in the backfield, and he's not going to do it.
He's all over the field, number 99.
Big loss on the play, back inside the 15, all the way back to the 12.
That's his third tackle. Tavion may be lobbying for a little varsity playing time, Larry. Of course, this is a varsity game, but he's out there with a JV defense. Second down 15 for the Panthers. Trips to the left side this time, a single wide out to the right. Scotty's having a little trouble getting set defensively. McCage has the snap. Looking down the left sideline, man is wide open, but it's going to be picked off. And let's see if we can pick up the number. That is Jalen Bradley on the interception for the Scotties. Well, that was nice. Picked it off right in front of the guy. He thought he had it, and he's going to have a touchdown. He stepped right in front of him.
Bradley goes down at the Russellville 46-yard line with 6:55 to play. Third turnover of the night for the Panthers, so now in their first 2 games, they have committed 8 turnovers. The second interception of the night for the Scotties. Ryan Morgan had the first one back in the first half. Jalen Bradley getting his first ever varsity interception. Bradley, a 5'6", 130 freshman. Twin wideouts each way. Gum in shotgun. Now Bradley goes in motion to the right from his wideout spot. Heller is the running back. Gum to throw. Has to tuck it as he got pressure. Trying to run with it to find some yardage here. He's across the 45, across the 40, and down around the 39-yard line.
Yeah, number 7, Amarius Morrow on the tackle. Number 4 on the night for him. Good scramble that time by Hudson.
Pickup of 7 to the Russellville 39. Second down 3 coming up as we're halfway through this final quarter now. 5:54 to go. Glasgow leading 42-6. Scotties led 42-0 at halftime. We've had a running clock the entire second half. 3 men wide right, 1 left. Heller sets up to the left of Gum and shotgun. Gum letting the clock run down here. Now he snaps it. Quick throw out here to Bradley, and it's incomplete.
Yeah, number 12, Bolenbecker was in there. He broke that thing up. He didn't have anywhere to go with it.
So we understand back at home there's been some lightning in the area. We had notification that the Greenwood Warren East game was called early due to lightning. That's how that game went into a delay so fast. In a final so fast. Hart County and LaRue County are in a storm delay, we understand, or were at one point anyway. Here's Gum. He'll hand it off to Heller. Breaks to the outside, makes a couple of men miss. He's going to have his first down before he's driven backwards. Looks like they'll spot him around the 33.
Yeah, that's 0, LeBrian Norse. Third tackle. LeBrian Norse. I guess that's the way you pronounce it. Nurse. They call it Nurse.
First down and 10 for the Scotties. Yeah, I was surprised to hear about the weather. I thought there was like 0 chance of rain or storms or anything tonight, but 4:10 to go in the ball game here. 42-6 Scotties. First and 10 Glasgow at the Russellville 33. Gum under center. Bradley and Heller in the backfield. Going to give this thing off to the wing back. Around the left side is the 30, the 25, and inside the 20, that is Landon Martin on the carry that time for the Scotties.
Yeah, number 0 again on the tackle. Fourth tackle for LeBrian Nurse.
The spot landing down just outside the 17. First and 10 for the Scotties from there. 3:25 to go. JV offense trying to punch one in here. First and 10 Glasgow. Heller and Bradley again in the backfield. Martin the wing back on the right side. Wide out to the left. Martin comes in motion. Gum going to pitch it to Bradley. And he's going to go down for a short loss, I believe. Try to get around the left end, but a defender was right there to meet him as he took the pitch.
Yeah, that's number 4, Takeon Darden. Third tackle on the right for him.
It's a loss of 2 back to the 20-yard line. Second down, 12 now.
Yeah, not much there. It was had a little fake to the inside and then a little pitch out to him. And Darden was right there to break it all up.
Maddox Blair has entered the lineup for the Scotties. He's a wide out here to the left side. Gum under center. Letting the clock run down before he snaps it. There's the snap. Going to pitch this to the running back around the right end. And he'll go down after a short gain, and that is Stephen Garrett on the carry that time for Glasgow, 5'8", 150 sophomore.
Number 59 on the tackle, it's Alex Holdrum, junior, 5'9", 175. First tackle on the night for him.
1:40 to go. 42-6 Scotties. Stay tuned for the Don Franklin Auto post-game wrap-up. We'll take a look at the Garcia's Grill stats. Garcia's Grill's sizzling stats, excuse me. Also tell you about the Phillips IGA player of the game, and we'll talk with head coach Jeff Garman as well. Garrett and Jeremiah Moore are the running backs this time. Martin, the wing back on the left side. Going to give this off to Moore, and he is going to get down near the 10-yard line.
Man, won't turn around so I can see who made the tackle. 57, I think it is. I don't have a 57.
Ball will be spotted at the 10.
They wear those jerseys up to tights. You can't tell what they are.
PA man said 61, Larry.
61. That's Anthony Allen.
4th down and 2 here for the Scotties. This will be the final play of the game. We're at 30 seconds to go. Again, with this running clock, nothing to stop the clock. And actually, the officials are just going to wave it off. They said that they waited and started the play clock as it got under 40 seconds on the game clock, so that will do it. So your final score, Glasgow 42, Russellville 6. Scotties now 2-0 on the season. And Russellville falling to 0-2. Glasgow next in action next Friday night as they'll host LaRue County at Hank Roy Stadium for a 7 o'clock kick. Our pregame coverage beginning at 6:30. When we come back on the Don Franklin Auto postgame wrap-up, we'll look at the Garcia's Grill sizzling stats. We'll also tell you about our Phillips IGA player of the game. And we will talk with head coach Jeff Garman as well. 42-6, the Scotties over Russellville here at Russellville Middle School. And we are back after a 4-minute timeout here on WCLU Sports.
This has been Glasgow Scotties football. Stay tuned for the Don Franklin Auto postgame show on WCLU.
We know there's a big difference between being in a community and being part of the community. That's why here in Glasgow, we cheer on the Scotties. We work hard every day to make a positive impact on the community we call home. Behind our golden arches, we strive daily to serve delicious food and treats. If you could only smell this McDonald's ad, you smell how delicious this burger and fries really are. Join our McTeam. To learn how, text KY209 to 38000. Benefits include a sign-on bonus up to $500.
Phillips IGA, a family market since 1960. Visit the butcher shop where you'll find fresh cuts of fine meats from an in-store butcher and delicious hamburger ground fresh, plus a fresh selection of garden vegetables and fruits. They proudly carry legacy dairy milk produced right in their hometown of Highsville. Find your favorite national brands. Download the Phillips IGA app to start saving. View their weekly sales ad or simply shop online. Phillips IGA and Butcher Shop. Friendly faces and fair prices. Located on Highway 70 in Highsville.
Kentucky Farm Bureau agents wear a lot of hats. They're coaches, volunteers, church members, neighbors, someone who's there when you need them, especially when you need them most. That may be a lot of hats, but they're all the perfect fit. Kentucky Farm Bureau, big on commitment.
Hey, son, what you doing?
Daddy, I'm going to own a dealership one day.
All right, I'll dream with you.
From one small dream to over 25 dealerships in the state of Kentucky, we have set out to provide Kentuckians with reliable vehicles and the best customer service for over 50 years. This may have started with a simple dream, but our dedication to our customers will go on for generations.
Are you looking for a new career where you'll be a part of a family-owned business for over 50 years? Walbert Trucking is a trucking company based right here in Glasgow. With Walbert Trucking, you'll get full benefits, great pay, and 401k. And you'll be home daily. Unlimited possibilities await you. Apply today and become a member of the Walbert Trucking team. 106 Sean Lane in Glasgow, 651-6784.
We're not superheroes, but when people need us, we answer the call. We're not weathermen, but we know the Kentucky seasons like the back of our hands. For over 40 years, we've serviced any brand, anytime, with the same-day service guarantee. Now that's a big promise, and that's probably why no one else does it. So when dealing with your heating and cooling, call HVAC Services, and you'll have the right team by your side.
Glasgow Scotties football on WCLU 103.1 FM and AM 1490. And video streaming free at WCLUradio.com and on the Glasgow Scotties and WCLU YouTube channels. Glasgow Scotties football brought to you by Don Franklin Auto, Walbert Trucking, South Central Bank, HVAC Services, South Central Rural Telecommunications Cooperative, Garcia's Grill, Elmore Realty and Auction, Hardee's, TJ Regional Health, McDonald's, Monticello Bank, Phillips IGA, and Kentucky Farm Bureau agent Joe Myers.
Standard expectations, play to it every play.
It's time for the Don Franklin Auto post-game wrap-up.
I'll make it a quick interview. We'll make it a quick post game, and we'll get the crap out of here. School, where the Scotties dominate this ball game over the Russellville Panthers by a final score of 42-6, as we're here on the Don Franklin Auto post-game wrap-up. And we will, in just a moment, take a look at our Garcia's Grill sizzling stats. But thought I saw Coach Garman making his way up here, so we were going to wait on Jeff and just go ahead and give him an opportunity to get an interview with us real quick, because I know they'd like to get on the bus and get back home. It's a little bit later than it normally would be. We've got an hour later start than normal because of the high heat index. And see Jeff making his way into the press box right now, so we'll go ahead and get him on here. But again, stay tuned for our Phillips IGA Player of the Game and our Garcia's Grill sizzling stats here in just a moment. As Coach Jeff Garman now has joined us, and welcome to the hottest press box on earth, Jeff.
It's hot, isn't it?
Appreciate you coming up. But another terrific performance where your ball club varsity didn't even get to play in the second half. You led 42-0 at halftime, had a running clock the entire second half of play. But just give me your evaluation of their performance here tonight.
Thought our boys played well. Thought we were continuing to get better. And that's what we're looking for. We're looking for improvement each week.
You got a lot of contributions from a lot of people early in this ball game, but you look at the total numbers, Jeff, and your defense, once again, just a shining star. Now, the JV defense did give up a score, but the first score your defense has given up all year long came against your JVD. You only give up 69 total yards. Other than that one drive, the JVD did very well themselves against Russellville's varsity offense, Jeff.
They did, and I saw some really good plays out there from our younger guys. We had one breakdown out there in a pass coverage situation, but I thought we played well against the run. And then on offense, we saw some really good plays. Those young guys, I thought Jalen Bradley, J-Boy, he really looked good, and I was tickled to death to see that.
Easton Jesse, another great night, 8 of 10 through the air, 80% completion rate, threw it for 165 yards, had a couple of touchdowns. Easton had a couple of really nice runs as well, but lots of other contributions. Rico Crowder, a big night, 2 catches, 49 yards. It's fun. We can get this many kids out there and see some varsity action, isn't it, Jeff?
Well, it is, and this is what this offense is going to do. It's going to spread the ball around, and that's what I like to see, getting the ball out in space. And, I thought Cameron had some nice plays. I thought Jarek, even through his punt returns and the catches he had, just a lot of guys making a lot of contributions.
3 turnovers forced by your defense tonight, a couple of interceptions, one by Ryan Morgan, his second of the year already. And then you were talking about Jalen Bradley. He made a nice interception right there in the fourth quarter, Jeff.
Really nice. For a freshman, he's really athletic and got some skills, and he just got to continue to work and get better. And it bodes bright for our future.
I'll tell you, one of the other freshmen that kind of stood out to us up here too was Katavion Fryer. He was in that backfield the entire second half, it seemed like.
Again, a very talented player. The future looks bright, and we've got some good individual players, but we got to continue to develop everyone, and I think we're doing that, and I think we're doing a good job with it, and we just got to keep getting better, and that's the key to it all.
Well, congrats on the 2-0 start, Jeff. I know you guys would like to get home a little later than it normally would be since we started an hour late, but appreciate your time. We'll talk to you next week.
Thank you.
Scotty coach Jeff Garman, his ball club winning it by a score of 42-6 over the Russellville Panthers to go to 2-0 on the year, and we will now give Larry and Bruce a chance to check out the Garcia's Grill sizzling stats here on the Don Franklin Auto postgame wrap-up. And Larry, are we ready to roll?
Yeah, I'm ready to get out of here.
Take off, sir.
All right, here we go. The Scotties won the toss and didn't take them long to put it in the end zone. They took the ball on their own 50-yard line after a nice return on the kickoff. And it took an 11-play, 50-yard drive. Took 4:04 off the clock. Dalen Thomas went over from 2 yards out for the touchdown. Wesley Travis kicked his first extra point of the night, and it was 7-0. Punt by Russellville on their first possession set Glasgow up on their own 11-yard line at 3:20 of the first quarter. From there, the Scotties went on a 4-play, 89-yard drive, took 1:46 off the clock. Kellen Stone caught a 28-yard touchdown pass over in the left corner of the end zone from Easton Jesse for the TD. Wesley Travis kicked the extra point, and it was 14-0 at that point. 1:34 to go in the first quarter. Russellville would punt on their second straight possession. That would set Glasgow up on their own 9-yard line. After a good punt return, it got us down inside Russellville territory. 11:04 to go in the second quarter. They went on only took us one play to put it in the end zone. It was one play, 9-yard drive, took 5 seconds. Easton Jesse on a quarterback draw for the touchdown, 9 yards. Wesley Travis kicked the extra point, and it was 21-0 in favor of the Scotties. Third straight punt for Russellville set Glasgow up again on their own 9-yard line, on Russellville's 9-yard line. With 9:10 to go in the second quarter, it only took 2 plays to put it in the end zone. 2 plays, 9 yards, 47 seconds. Cameron Bull this time with a pitch out and took it around the end for an 8-yard touchdown run. Wesley Travis again kicked the extra point, and it was 28-0 in favor of the Scotties. Russellville, instead of punting on the next possession, they would turn the football over on a fumble. Cash Wells would come up with it for Glasgow, and that would set the Scotties up on Russellville's 33-yard line at 8:08 of the second quarter. It only took 2 plays this time to put it in the end zone. 2 plays, 33 yards, took 48 seconds off the clock. Jarek Martin with a 27-yard touchdown pass from Easton Jesse. Wesley Travis again kicked the extra point, and it was 35-0 in favor of the Scotties. Russellville would again punt on their next possession, but the Scotties would fumble it right back to them as David Owen would get the fumble recovery for Russellville. Russellville would turn it right back over to Glasgow on an interception as Ryan Morgan made his second interception of the year. And that set Glasgow up with 1:30 to go in the second quarter on Glasgow's 49-yard line. They went on a 3-play, 51-yard drive, took 58 seconds off the clock. Kanan Allen went over from 12 yards out for the TD. Wesley Travis kicked the extra point, and it was 42-0 and a running clock at that point for the Scotties, and that's the way the half would end at 42-0 in favor of Glasgow. Russellville would get the football back to start the third quarter. They would take over on their own 35-yard line at 11:41 the third quarter, and this was their scoring drive of the night. A 3-play, 65-yard drive took 2:56 off the clock. Jacoby Temple Dickerson took a 57-yard pass from Octavius McCage for the touchdown. The kick was blocked, and it was 42-6 with 2:56 to go in the third quarter. The Scotties would punt on their next possession, as would Russellville on their next possession. Glasgow would lose it on downs, and then we had an interception late in the game by Jalen Bradley, and a really nice interception. And the Scotties would run the timeout to end the football game. So in the final score here tonight, 42-6 in favor of the Scotties, and that being the 53rd meeting, the record goes now to 29-24 in favor of the Scotties. Tackles tonight, first for Russellville in the game. LeBron Nurse had 4 tackles on the night. Noah Stovall with 2. Octavius McCage with 3. Hunter Hallman had 1. Taquan Darden had 3 on the night. David Owens had 2. Had a fumble recovery and a sack of the quarterback. Good night for him. Marius Morrow with 4 tackles. Jarius Coleman with 1. Tryon Garvin had 3. Jacoby and Temple Dickerson had 1. Gage Bolenbecker had 1. Christian Woods had 1. Sam Edge with 2. Alex Holman with 1. Anthony Allen with 1. Patrick Sumrall with 1. Skylar Goodman had 2 tackles on the night, and one of them was a sack of the quarterback. For the Scotties tonight, not a lot of tackles going on because we scored so many times and held them in a few plays. So Logan Starr with 1, Trey Smith with 1, Kanan Allen with 1, David Dale had 3 and a sack of the quarterback. Jalen Bradley with 1 tackle and an interception. Lucas Christian had 4 tackles, and I think 3 of the 4 were on kickoffs. Kellen Stone with 2, Jeremiah Moore with 1, Mason Arms had 4 on the night. He had 2 sacks at the quarterback. Cash Wells with 2 and a fumble recovery. Jacob Brunson with 1. Ashton Page with 1. Cam Johnson, a good night, 2 tackles and a sack. Kavion Massey with 1, and Katavion Fryer had 3 on the night for the freshman. for the Scotties. So Glasgow wins it here tonight, 42-6. And Bruce, you ready?
Yes, I am, Larry. Thank you, Larry. Here on WCLU Sports, it's a Don Franklin Auto post-game show. Let's look at our Garcia's Grill sizzling team stats. With the Scotties winning 42-6, Russellville had 3 first downs, the Scotties with 13. The Panthers had a -14 on the ground, 83 through the air for a total of 69, and 57 of those came on that one play. For the Scotties, 177 on the ground, 165 through the air for 342 yards. The Panthers had 3 turnovers, the Scotties had 1. Russellville fumbled it 3 times. They lost 1. They had 2 interceptions. The Scotties put it on the ground twice and lost 1. Panthers penalized 3 times for 25 yards. Glasgow 4 times for 20 yards. Russellville ran 32 plays, consuming 23 minutes, 49 seconds. The Scotties had 41 plays, 24 minutes, and 11 seconds. Now for our Garcia's Grill sizzling individual stats, the leading rusher for Russellville was Donathan Armstrong with 9 yards on 8 carries. Octavius McCage picked up 6 yards on 5 carries with a long of 13. Jamarian Gardner had 2 carries for a -7. Hunter Holloman had 2 carries for a -11. And Jacovian Temple Dickerson had 1 carry for a -11. Octavius Armstrong was 4 of 12 passing for 83 yards and a touchdown with 2 interceptions. Hunter Hallman was 0 of 1. Leading receiver was Jacoby Temple Dickerson with 57 yards on 1 catch. That went for a score. Jamarian Gardner had 1 catch for 17 yards. Noah Stovall had 6 catches for 1 catch for 6 yards. Excuse me, we're still early in the season here. And LeBron Nurse had 1 catch for 3 yards. Jacovian Temple Dickerson punted 4 times for 158 yards. That's a 39-yard average with a long of 53. Nobody really big numbers for Scotties, but we had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 people carry the football tonight. Our leading rusher was Easton Jesse, 34 yards. All this came in the first half on 5 carries and a touchdown. He had a long of 24. Kanan Allen picked up 21 yards on 2 carries. He had a score with a long of 12. Jeremiah Moore picked up 16 yards on 2 carries. Ryder Heller had 15 yards on 3 carries. Gavin Neal picked up 26 yards on 7 carries, a long of 12. Landon Martin had 1 carry for 15 yards. Hudson Gum packed it 3 times for 10 yards. Stephen Garrett had 1 carry for 1 yard, and Jaden Bradley had 1 carry for a -2 yards. Easton Jesse was 8 of 10 for 165 yards and 2 touchdowns. As I said, all in the first half. So he was accountable tonight for 199 yards. Hudson Gum was 0 for 3. Our leading receiver tonight was Rico Crowder with 49 yards on 2 catches. He had a long of 30. Jarek Martin had 2 catches for 46 yards and a score, a long of 27. Cameron Bull picked up 37 yards on 2 carries. Kellen Stone, 1 catch for 28 yards and a score. And Dalen Thomas had 1 catch for 5 yards. And Ryder Heller punted 1 time for 31 yards. I left out Cameron Bull and Dalen Thomas. Cameron had 1 carry rushing, had 1 carry for 8 yards and a touchdown, and Dalen had 1 carry for 2 yards and a touchdown. But a nice win here for the Scotties, a 42-6 to win. And, you know, when you have a running clock, we could probably put a whole lot more on the board. But as Joe and Coach Garman told you, Coach Garman was very pleased with our outing tonight.
All right, Bruce, thank you very much. We'll take one more timeout and come back and tell you about our Phillips IGA player of the game. We'll return on the Don Franklin Auto postgame wrap-up after a 3-minute timeout on WCLU Sports.
come into Garcia's Grill, you're welcomed with a smile and you'll love the atmosphere. Garcia's was voted by the community as the best overall restaurant for the past 2 years. Great food at a great value. They serve fresh, delicious traditional Mexican dishes, incredible pasta, burgers, steaks, and seafood. People say you can never get burnt out on this restaurant because of all the amazing choices. Garcia's Grill, owned and operated by the Gomez Garcia family. Check them out on North Ray Street in Glasgow and on Facebook. Garcia's Grill, a different kind of Mexican restaurant. South Central Bank has been investing in the Glasgow community for over 50 years. During that time, we've learned a thing or two about hard work, relationships, and a vision for success. South Central Bank is designed to make a difference in the prosperity of our customers and the communities it serves. We want to be a part of your success. Visit southcentralbank.com. South Central Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
With a history of scoring touchdowns and breaking records, Dakota Elmore knows a thing or two about hard work. At Elmore Realty and Auction, his team, often referred to as the A-Team, applies that same work ethic in how they serve this community. With a combined 200 years of experience, the team serves our commercial industry, helps families find their dream home, and makes your auction an easy, profitable, and positive experience. Elmore Realty and Auction, trusted since 1935. Check them out on Facebook for listings and auctions.
Hardee's 2 for $5 breakfast bake goodness into your morning. Choose a biscuit with sausage and egg, biscuit and gravy, or French toast tips. Any two, just $5. Hardee's, goodness in the making. Get exclusive offers on the Hardee's app. Hardee's Double Deals pack double the charbroiled beef and melty cheese. Choose a double cheeseburger or bacon double cheeseburger starting at $2.99. Hardee's, goodness in the making. Get exclusive offers on the Hardee's app.
A nationwide effort is underway to bring high-speed internet to small-town America. Rural broadband providers are taking the initiative. Their goal? To enhance quality of life by creating smart rural communities, which utilize a robust fiber network to jumpstart economic growth, to build thriving smart rural communities with the transformative power of rural broadband networks.
Have you injured yourself playing a sport or exercising? Sports medicine experts at TJ Regional Health are trained to get you back on the road to recovery, whether you're dealing with sprains, fractures, knee and shoulder injuries, or other common injuries. Our goal is to prevent illness and injury in active individuals of all ages and help prevent future problems to maximize your performance. Find out more at tjregionalhealth.org/rehab. Patients first, team always. TJ Rehabilitation.
Falling to 0-2 here on the Don Franklin Auto post-game wrap-up. And we now need to tell you about our Phillips IGA player of the game. We are going with Jarek Martin tonight. The sophomore had 2 big catches for the Scotties for 46 yards, one of which went for a touchdown. And Jarek also had a big punt return for the Scotties as well of 50 yards, which set Glasgow up first and goal inside the 10-yard line, led to a Glasgow touchdown. So Jarek Martin, our Phillips IGA player of the game, brought to you by Phillips IGA. And that'll just about wrap things up for us here tonight. We do want to remind you about our next broadcast. It'll be next Friday night back at Hank Roy Stadium, where the Scotties will host the Monroe County Falcons. It's a 7 o'clock kickoff. Our broadcast on the air, pregame coverage of the Don Franklin Auto Countdown to Kickoff show beginning at 6:30. And it'll be on 102.3 FM and also WCLU 1490, also on the website, WCLUradio.com, or on the WCLU app. And, of course, you can also tune in to our video live stream on YouTube at the WCLU YouTube channel or the Scottie channel on YouTube as well. Got some thank yous we need to hand out tonight. Will Perkins and Luke Pierce running the cameras for us tonight on the video live stream, and Matthew Clark, normally our video producer, but Matthew was able to be here tonight, so we certainly appreciate Mr. Dallas Jackson coming up from our station in Tennessee to do a great job producing the live video stream. Appreciate all his work. And also thanks to Mr. Kirkpatrick back at the studio on the board for us, his production work back there in the studio. So thanks all around. Great job by everybody. And as always, I got to say thank you to my partners, Larry Alexander and Bruce Dubuque. And once again, your final score, 42-6, Glasgow defeating, well, he cut me off. 42-6. I'll finish here on the live stream. 42-6, the final score. Glasgow over Russellville. Scotties now 2-0. Russellville falling to 0-2. I'm Joe Myers. Thanks for listening, everybody.